Brazil. I don't know. I was trying to do something there. I don't know.
Brazil.
Family. I got my family gloves on too.
Oh my god! Didn't even
I'm
know
ready
I
to
didn't
go.
know. What the hell, man? What is this, Akira you got going on over there?
I saw a lot of gloves in this movie, so I'm like, you know what? I should put some gloves on too. Like this is what they got on. That's the I kind of have like the jacket, almost like Hobbs style, kind of. Not really. I look more like Ryan Gosling more than anybody else, but but it's the drive jacket. But whatever. I tried that on, but I also want to talk quickly. Like Rita Ora, Rita Ora's in this movie, right? You know that she's in here.
Oh my god!
Oh, she's here. Oh, okay, hi.
Yeah, she's in this movie. Did you not know? I mean, it's funny. Like we're talking about this movie this week, and we also saw Rita Ora shucking out with Taika Waititi this week and Tessa Thompson. I was like, wow,
So you snuck
what
away.
a
You snuck
timing.
You snuck
Man.
that in there. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like
Good for them.
the timing, man. I mean, good for them. Good for Taika, man. I mean, bravo, Taika.
I forgot they were dating. Honestly, I really did.
Oh, is he dating Rita? Or is he
I
dating
guess
Tessa?
apparently. No,
Oh,
I
he's-
guess he's dating Rita Ora, but they're in this weird relationship
Hey,
where that's
man.
okay. I guess I don't know.
He is living the best life. He's directing multi-billion-dollar projects. He's one of the best. He's done one of the best MCU films. He's done a lot of cool little indie stuff, and he's with Rita Ora and Tessa Thompson. Bruh, come on. I mean, he's in the look at his face. He looks so happy. He's a little bit disturbed, a little bit in that face. He's like, I don't know. Don't kiss me, man. Corona, but he's living it, man. Drinking some mimosas in the morning. I mean, god damn. I mean,
Well, now maybe he got the vaccine. You never know.
oh, maybe he got the vaccine, but his face looks like I don't know. There's a photographer here, like got away. But maybe he's like, I don't want to be associated with this girl who's going reckless out there with Corona and shit. But I just thought it was funny. Like, man, Rita Ora's in this movie, and shit came out the day before I watched the movie. Like, that's crazy, but I don't know. Just want to talk about that. What is up, my peoples, my little shitters? Welcome to another episode of The Road to Fast 9. Wait, let me do this properly. The Road to Fast 9. With here on the movies. And today I brought my friends here again, my unofficial co-host of this meeting show, Henry Washington. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. I'm ready to figure out how much I either like or not like this movie.
Interesting feelings, interesting mindset, because I'm around the same place. We'll see. And how are you doing, Andrew Stedel? I got your last name good, right?
Yes, you
Got it
did.
right.
You did get that right. I am doing great, and I think I'm also in the same space as Henry. But we'll see how we feel.
We'll see how I feel by the end, because this is interesting one. Of
Talking
course,
out a little bit.
right. We're talking about the next one, because Fast 5 is the one that set up like this movie universe is gonna get crazy. Like, does it follow it up properly? Is it too much? Is it as the same good level as Fast 5? We'll see. Of course, we're talking about Fast and Furious 6, or is it Fury 6, or is it Fast 6? I also found another title for this movie. It's also called Fast and Furious 6, Michelle Rodriguez Wants Money. I just found that out today. That's another title that they kind of left out. It's for the international audience. Like, yeah, she wants money. She wants a lot of money. So that's why she came back. Yeah, there's a lot of titles for this movie. I was like, why? Just call it Fast and Furious 6 or whatever. Just stick with one title. It's not the first time they do this. They just keep doing this for the next one. Like, stick with one title. Don't make it too complicated. But whatever. So that's the same question I ask every episode. What is your experiences with this movie, and what were your thoughts before we jumped into this movie? What are your thoughts on it, Andrew?
So this was as far back as I can remember. I saw this movie back a long time ago with my grandma in Kansas. She knew absolutely nothing about this movie. I had seen it from my memory. I had seen 1 through, I guess I saw 4 because I remember some of it. 5, I guess I just never saw. And this is the one I first saw in theaters. And back then, I really enjoyed it. I really didn't like that Wiz Khalifa was in it. Now I'm kind of like, okay, that's cool.
Oh, you don't like Wiz Khalifa?
But yeah,
His music in there?
no, at the time I was hating. I was on the hate train.
Come
Now I'm like,
on.
he's cool.
Then he had Black and Yellow around that time. That the song was revolutionary.
Yeah, but everyone, man, the YouTubers really hated that song back in the day. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
every YouTuber was like, "Oh man, this song sucks." And I'm like, "It's okay."
I don't know. I'll
But
talk
yeah,
about
as far
his
as the
music.
movie, as far as the movie, like I really enjoyed the movie back then, and we'll get into how I feel about it right now.
We'll see. We'll see. And what was your experience with this movie, Henry? Like, what was your experience? I know you've seen all of them in the theaters, but what was your experience and your thoughts before this episode?
So it's been a while since I've rewatched this one, and when we went to go, when I went to go watch this earlier in the week, I realized that I did not own this one. I owned all the first 5, but not this one, and it made me realize that maybe I didn't remember. I didn't like this one as much as I remembered. Because if I liked it, I would have bought it.
True.
But yeah, I remember it being cool, at least at the time. I remember, that it was okay. But yeah, I guess since I didn't own it, that reminded me how much, at least at the time, I didn't like it that much.
Oh no! It's gonna be an interesting journey to talk about this movie because maybe things change at the end of the episode. Maybe we'll like it a lot. I don't know. I won't spoil my thoughts right now, but hey, we'll see. I think we're in the same boat. We're like trying to figure out how we feel about this movie. But I remember my experience was, man, I watched this movie when it came out in the theater, and it was a blast. Like, everybody was eating it up. People were like, oh my God. Especially some of the action set pieces we'll talk about in a little bit. I was like, holy shit, this movie is so awesome. People were, just losing their minds. And I'm talking about some specific moments that we kind of collectively lost our shit in the movie, in the theater. So it's like one of the best experiences I've ever had in a theater. This is one of those moments, like, this is why I go through the theater, to share these big moments with people and just have fun and just actively react to things. And oh my God, my dog is barking up. She doesn't like this movie. She doesn't like this movie. She's like, man, don't talk about the next one. Don't talk about this other one. No, not this movie. Talk about the next one. It's a lot better. I don't know. But I remember just loving that movie when it came out. And it was the only time I've seen it. I only rewatched it maybe a few years ago, like marathoning this movie. I think it was in preparation for the 8th movie. Oh my gosh, just ignore my dog. Ignore my dog. She's just, we're recording in the daytime. She was wake up. She's all on fire today. But anyway, I've only seen it twice before this one, so it's interesting. I've seen bits in here, like maybe on FX or whatever, but I never decided to I want to watch Fast 6 today. I haven't done that in a while, so watching it now, interesting. We'll get into it. So let's just get into it right now. I mean, interesting. Like the logo, this is the first time. I think this is the first time the Universal logo was, got updated, right? The whole new globe and shit. The new music. I'm like, oh shit. When I booted up yesterday, I was like, oh fuck, yeah, this is they changed it up a little bit. Like, what do you guys think of this new Universal logo? Is it better than the last ones that we were graced with, or is it like, I don't know. I liked it. I like the epic music. Kind of like building it up. Like, oh my God, it's Universal Studios. It's incredible. I don't know. What do you guys think of this new logo? Is it like, it looks cool.
I mean, it serves
sleek.
a purpose. It's the logo,
right? I mean, it's
not there for the whole movie.
That's true. It looks fresh. It looks neat. It looks, I don't know. The globe looks nice. I like it. I don't know. What do you think, Harry? Is it stupid? Is it not important?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not this 20th Century Fox opening. That's always been my favorite. Never gonna see that again on any new movies. So
yeah, that's sad. Disney,
that damn mouse.
Disney, yeah, that mouse getting everything. Soon, maybe in Fast 10 we'll see Disney pop up instead of Universal. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey,
I'm gonna be surprised.
I can drive over here.
Right? Maybe we'll see Walt Disney Studios presents Fast 10. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But I don't know. That's just, I got caught up with the intro. I was like, oh shit, this is new. But speaking of intros, I mean, wow, what an intro for this movie. I thought it was interesting because once we get thrust into the action, like from the get-go, I thought, oh wait, is this leading up to what happened in the Fast Five? You know how Dom and Brian are racing. I was like, oh shit, I forgot this is how the movie started. But no, wait, it's a bait and switch, people. They're not racing. They're racing towards getting the baby. The baby! Get baby Jack. We need baby Jack.
Baby.
The baby. I was like, oh shit.
No.
I forgot this is how the movie started. I thought, you know, it's like it's an interesting bait and switch, but man, it got a little bit like I don't know, a little bit cheesy with Dom's lines.
Corny.
Yeah, a little bit corny, like our lives are gone,
Yeah.
Brian. And Brian's like, I gotta get a kid now, and Nevis is there, like, yeah, you're gonna be a dad. And I was like, yeah, it's a little bit corny, but I was like, okay, all right,
Okay.
it's cool.
I just want to stress that during that scene, you can see that the baby is so clearly not interested in what the fuck is going on. He's like, who are you people? But I love how like he's like, hey, you're a Toretto, so you
Oh,
like
yeah,
this Mustang. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
This
right.
is so stupid.
Oh, and that gag keeps going on for the rest of the movie. I'm like, oh god, here we go with this. But although it's corny, although it's interesting how Dom said like, all lives, they're done after this point. Like Brian's criminal life just started. What are you talking about? He's just became a criminal, and so he's leaving it now. So this old life it's only been like a couple of days, man. It's like relax. But I don't know. It's kind of cheesy, but I kind of like this. Like, all right, cool, whatever. I mean, did you guys like the intro? Was it too cheesy, too corny for you guys? I was surprised if it's too corny.
It was very cheesy. It was like, yo, your life is gonna change. It's gonna change, Brian. As soon as you walk in that room and it happens, and it's just like, how many kids do you have, Vin Diesel? Because I don't think you have any. But how do you know?
But he sure has a lot of women. He sure has a lot of women, so his life has
Yeah,
changed.
exactly.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that too. Jeez, but go ahead.
And that
A binder full of women.
Go ahead, Andy. What are you gonna say?
oh my god, just the fact that it's all like this stupid scene of like, your life is gonna change, and it's like, wait, how do you know this? Like a couple movies ago, you were like, you didn't know your dad, and then suddenly you remember, and then okay, all right, okay,
Right.
cool. We'll just let it slide. It's cheesy dialogue. Okay, fine. Just move
I
the
don't know.
plot forward. Move
I
it.
liked it because it's like, oh, these characters are developing. Now they have a kid, and Uncle Dom is, he's an uncle. All right, that's cool. But yeah, it's just the bait and switch thing was so cheesy. Like, oh shit, are they racing? No, they're racing to the hospital because Mia's having the kid. All right, it's what it is. What it is. All right, I'll just go along with it. It's cool. But I do like the title credit sequence. It's like the only time so far that we had this like TV style intro with like recapping the movies. And I know we kind of talked about it. I know we kind of talked about it last time, like how Fast Five felt like it could have been the end cap of the franchise. But this intro's like, are we also ending the franchise here? Because it's almost making you look like this is the last one, man. This is the big hoorah for the franchise. But at the same time, it's cool. It doesn't have to be looked like that. It can be seen as like, all right, this is how far we've gone in this movie. I don't know, like from humble beginnings to we'll talk about where we are right now.
You're making lots of money.
Like lots of money. And I mean, I also love how like, oh shit, they showed up Vince in that shot. Like that's cool. I mean, they even get some proper respect by showing him dying again. That's cool. I was like, yeah, Vince died. Remember that? So that was cool. I mean, also, by the way, the song in this intro slaps. I'm like, fuck yes. It's Wiz Khalifa's song. I forgot the song right now in my head. But when I was watching
I believe it's Wiz Khalifa, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. I don't know. I was watching when that intro came on. I was like, fuck yes, the music. Here.
Oh, We Own It. That's the name of the song. That's what it is.
Oh
We
yeah.
Own It.
I mean, I was like so into it. I was like, fuck yeah, man. I'm getting pumped up. This movie's gonna be fucking awesome. So I like that shit. Also, I mean, it's interesting they show Vince, but they don't show Leon and Jesse. Hashtag justice for Leon. Justice for Leon. Never forget. Never forget. Never forget. I was like, we got everybody.
They were like, nope.
Except no clips about him. No clips. Don't show those clips. They don't never existed. Also, it's sad how they showed Leo and Santos. Oh, by the way, I called Leo the wrong name. I call him Tego for this whole series. His character's name is Leo. I'm sorry. So apologies for that. But it's sad how they show clips about him, but they're not in the movie. I'm like, oh man, like don't do me like this. Don't show him in the movie, and don't show those clips.
No, don't worry, they'll show up later. They'll show up later.
Oh yeah, they'll show up later. But at this point, I remember thinking like, man, they're not in the movie, and you're kidding me. Like, I mean, it's cool that they kind of give them the proper respect and like, hey, we like these characters. You know, these are cool characters, but they're not in this movie, so forget about them.
Nope.
That's fucked up. I mean, I did get some research on why at least one of them is not in the movie. Apparently, Tego did not like his character in Fast Five. Apparently, he thought he was very stereotypical. He didn't like to be seen as a fool, so he's like, "Hey, I'm not coming back until I'm not acting like a stereotype anymore." So I guess they were like, "All right, it's not gonna be for this movie, so they're not coming back." So I mean, they do come back later on. So I wonder why they come back later on.
Interesting, because in my research, it said that they had scheduling conflicts. So that's weird that you're saying
that's true.
Well, I mean, scheduling conflicts is like a kind way to say, you know, they can't be around. Like, you know.
Yeah, I was like, they can't be around. So I was like, I mean, apparently, I also read that maybe Don Omar did not come back for 7 because of scheduling conflicts. I was like, all right, that's cool. Why Tego didn't come back? I don't know, but they come back later, so don't worry about it. But I do like I'm just jumping in right now. I do like the mentioning. At least they mentioned them in dialogue and passing. I mean, are they broke? We never find that out. I mean, they're still in Monaco or whatever. They you know, they're in the casinos. How did Han knew that? I don't know. But at least they mentioned them there. So I was like, all right, cool. It's just, man, miss them. I miss them in the movie. So yes, we start the movie. We get to Moscow, and who do we see? It's Luke motherfucking Haas, ladies and gentlemen. He steps on that truck looking majestically like, I'm the Rock and I'm in this movie again. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Like, he's here. He means business. And we also meet the character of Riley Hicks, played by Gina Carano. We'll talk about her in a little bit. But, I mean...
Who?
Oh, yeah, who? I mean, Disney doesn't want you to remember that. But, I mean, I'll just ask this question right now. What do you guys think of Hobbs in this movie? Because I have some opinions on him in this movie. Well, I don't know. Who wants to start? What do you think of Hobbs in this movie?
I mean, he seems like he's on the same kind of level. I mean, he's still fully committed to it. I don't know. I don't have much to say beyond that. You know, he was committed to it. I had fun when he was on the screen. You know, I mean, if I see in a critical sense, I guess, okay, he's corny and cheesy, but like I already knew that walking into it from watching the last movie. So, you know.
True. What about you, Henry? Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much the same. I mean, they give him a lot more screen time in this movie than the last. And I think that kind of speaks to some of the problems I have with this movie. But I mean, he's pretty much the same. I still like enjoyed him like when he showed up because, you know, even though his lines can be very corny, but it's just like The Rock just knows how to deliver them. Just the years of just being a professional wrestler, he just knows how to just you know, you give him crap and he just some reason he just gives you gold, and it's like it's the reason why they give him more screen time.
Right. I mean, it's just in this movie, there's no iconic veggies. Give me the dessert first line in here. There's no line from him that like oh my god, I remember this line. He didn't have that in this movie, at least for this one. And for me, man, for these couple minutes that we were introduced to him, he was super ridiculous to me. He was a little bit too much. He was a little bit too much. I mean, we'll talk about what he does in a little bit, but I was like, man, this dude, he's just way too much. I mean,
ridiculous.
Way too ridiculous. I'm like, man, I'm not liking him at all. I mean, later on, he just get leveled on and he does get better, and I do enjoy him. But for these first few minutes, I'm like, wow, why did I like this character? I don't like him at all. He was way too much for me. I mean, but we'll get into that for what he does. But yeah, he was from the get-go, just getting on that truck and being like, I was like, fuck. I mean, also, there's another bait and switch in that scene. I'm like, oh, are these the Dominic Toretto's crew who did this big Russian heist?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. And we'll talk about the other bait and switch. Jesus Christ.
Generic Italian-looking dude.
Oh my god, that was so dumb.
I'm like, I know that's not the same bald head.
Yeah, that's not the same head. We'll talk about that scene. But also, we meet Riley Hicks, and I'll ask you guys this question. What do you guys think of Riley Hicks in this movie? Did you like her? or not?
I did like her character. I want to just point out, if you Google this movie, for some reason she doesn't have her name on there specifically. It's DSS agent, even though we do hear her name multiple times throughout the movie.
Really?
Putting that aside, yes, when
Oh.
I Googled it, that's the first thing that came up. Obviously, if you go elsewhere, it
Yeah, that's
shows her
weird.
name, but her performance in general was, I mean, not bad. It was pretty good for what she had to do. I mean, I think this is pre-Deadpool, right? So, like, you know, pre like
Yeah.
her just kind of mugging at the camera and not making a sound, where like she was actually given lines and she has a purpose to be there, which, ooh, we didn't see the twist coming later on.
Oh,
But yeah, no, she was good.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, she was fine in this, especially since this one had a lot more hand-to-hand fighting in it. So I thought that served her character well. Because we'll get to it later, but she's part of one of my favorite parts about this movie. The fight in the subway when they were running through the subway of her and Letty. That was like one of my favorite parts. So that's just
That's
that
true.
was, you know. So she was all right.
Yeah, I really liked her. I obviously the twist. We'll get to the twist when we get to it. But before that, I liked her because, like, I don't know. I liked she was always confident. She's always like she didn't look terrified at all. She's always good. She knows she's very effective in her job. I thought she was very cool. I really liked her. Obviously, she kicked ass. But even Gina's acting is obviously not the greatest, but she's pretty good. She's pretty serviceable. She's pretty serviceable for the most part.
Yeah.
She just have a lot of lines to deliver, so I think that worked for her favor. So the times that she did have some lines, it worked for me. So I really liked her. I thought she was pretty cool. And I noticed in this movie that this movie looks gorgeous for the most part. This movie is like, wow, from the get-go. I mean, I like the cinematography, the way that, like, it's kind of the whole movie looks gray. It has like that gray tint for most of it. But I thought it looks really good. I don't know. I think for me, I don't know if later on it changes up. I think for me, this is like the best looking movie of the franchise, as of, you know, forgetting the future movies, but I think this is the best looking one. I don't know if you guys agree, but I thought this movie had more budget. I think there's more production on this.
Yeah, for sure on that.
It did. Like I'm looking at the budget now, and it's showing a range, but it's at least 40 million more than 5, at least. So
yeah, I can tell.
5 had like 125 million budget, and this is at least 160, at least from what I'm looking at. So
because clearly the fight scenes, they hired choreographers for that.
Oh, hell yeah,
Because they look
did.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. And I thought the fights in the last one were good, but these are pretty good.
No, they're good. They're good.
These
It's just
are
this
really-
movie is like, we're gonna take it from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought just when the movie just opening up, it just kept going. I thought, man, this movie looks really good. I mean, aside from the action, this looks really good. So I really like the look of this movie. I always had that in the back of my mind. I always thought, like, man, Fast 6 just looks gorgeous, at least for the most of it. So I thought really it looks really, really good. But as we mentioned earlier,
There's a
this bait and switch shit with Hobbs. I mean, what the hell? Like, oh, is these people are fast and expert with cars? Like, oh, does he mean Dominic Toretto's crew? No. I'm like, oh, this dude in the back, bald, wearing the cleanest, whitest, shittiest t-shirt. Is that Dominic Toretto? Of course not. You can tell that's not his same shape of head. I mean, come on.
Oh my
it's
God.
so dumb. It's so wacky. It's so stupid. But not in a good way. It's like, man, this is so dumb. This is only the first 10 minutes. And I'm just like, this movie is hitting me on a different level, man. What do you guys think of this whole bait and switch thing that they were doing? It's so dumb. So stupid.
Yeah, that was dumb.
I have more things to say about what happens next, but
Oh yeah,
it's
like how Hobbs is just like Brian. He does not give a shit about protocol and following law. His interrogation schemes. What the hell was that, man? He beats the shit of this dude. Almost kills the guy because he slams that guy to the window. He should have been dead right there. I'm like, what the hell? He breaks everything, and I hate how nobody stopped him. Even that cop, he was like, "Is this legal?" He doesn't even try to attempt to even stop him. I mean, Riley was like, "Are you gonna stop him?" What do you think
It's
of
a nice
that?
reminder that It's a nice reminder that all cops are bastards. It's like
Yeah, I love how
Yeah.
they're like, oh, are you gonna stop him? And I'm like, it,
you
Yeah,
should.
you
that's not
should.
legal. Why are you? I'm sorry. Did we miss the part where that was legal and he can do that?
It's
That's why
so
cops
fucked.
can't regulate themselves.
And
Yeah, man.
even after, it's like, oh, Interpol knows now. I don't give a shit. And I'm like, what
You should.
the fuck?
Should. And even before he did that, it's like, fuck yeah, dude. I was praying that you were gonna talk shit to me so I can kick your ass. I'm like, wow, Hobbs, like, you're showing your true colors right here. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? And like, I hate how he also left the room completely destroyed. The guy's knocked out, and nobody says anything. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, dude, this movie is so ridiculous right now. I'm not liking it. It's not hitting me and like, oh, this is ridiculous, but it's funny, it's enjoyable. No, this is stupid. I really did not like that shit.
And
Way too much.
the movie really wants you to laugh at that part. The movie really wants you to laugh
Yeah.
at that
In
part.
2013, people did, but now it's just like, well, I mean, I didn't really laugh that much at that part, but now people are like, I don't know about that scene.
Yeah, I remember. I think when I watched it back in the day, I was like, oh, that's funny because Hobbs he kicked this dude's ass. But now look at it now, I was like, wow, this is really.
There's
I never
not-
thought of it that way back then. I just thought
Not
it
a
was
good
funny. Like
taste.
he rocked through a guy in room.
Yeah, like
Now
Ron
I'm like,
beat
oh,
the dude's
he abused his
ass.
power.
It's so shit. Oh, whatever. Well, looks like let's see if this movie improves. We'll see. We also see that Dom is drinking Coronas again. He was like, "Fuck that generic brand that we were drinking last time." Spain's got some Coronas in here.
Yeah, they
Not
snuck
like
that
Brazil.
in there.
Oh, they stuck it in there. It's like, hey, I'm doing some barbecue.
But
That's what I do.
No, they also snuck Nos in there too. They were like,
Oh,
check
oh
clear.
yeah, that's true.
See, Nos, remember?
It's like-
remember? Yeah.
It's like, Dom, we'll forget about your betrayal. We'll forget that you did not drink Coronas last time. You're still loyal to your brand. We'll never forget that. But that was really funny. Also, shit just got complicated to Dom. I'm like, oh shit, my ex is alive. Oh shit, but I'm with his current girlfriend. Yikers! What do I do?
Just not date her
You should go
anymore.
after her.
Apparently.
What?
That's the resolution. Don't date her anymore.
Don't date her anymore. I get Nemesis' point because like if I was in her stance and I find out that my girlfriend's, I mean, I don't know how many times her dead boyfriend will come back, but if that did happen one point, I'd be like, okay, I get it. You like them a lot. I'll just go away.
Dead.
I'll just go away because I'm
Fade in the
obviously,
background.
yeah, I'm obviously not the favorite one. You wanted to be with her, so I'll just go away. So I thought I was
That
like,
kind of
oh,
hurt me a
shit.
little.
Yeah, right. I was
Like,
like,
dude.
man. Nevis. Wait, what are you gonna say?
Well, it kind of hurt me that they were just like, oh, you remember this character you like from the 5th movie? Well, we're just gonna put her to the side and be like, nah, Letty's
Yep.
back. See you later. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
That
Yeah.
sucked. It was like, huh, it's an interesting situation, but I did like that scene though. I like the scene, Rock come up and it's, oh, Letty's here, whatever. I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever. So after that, Letty's here. So that was kind of cool. And, oh, by the way, I'll talk about Dom and I'll talk about Dom and Hobbs' relationship in this movie because it's interesting. But yeah, we also get some very quick scenes immediately. We're only like 11 minutes in. We already get to meet where everybody's at some point at this point in the movie. Roman's gonna fuck. Nothing new about that. That's what he does. He's gonna fuck. So I also love he's so discreet with his plane, with the side of the plane saying in bold letters, "It's Roman, bitches."
Roman bitches.
Bro,
That scene
you
is
guys
ridiculous.
are in the run. You guys are fugitives, and you're calling yourself out like this.
Yeah.
Fucking Roman.
And also,
man.
it also like reminded me. It was like, how much money did they steal again? Because I thought it was it 100 million like all together
I think it was $11 million.
11 million
like,
each. Yeah.
each?
each. So I'm like, how did he afford a plane and
He stole
be able to
it.
fly such a
Right.
like, you know how much jets cost and how much jet fuel costs?
Right. The jet fuel, the pilot. He also owned one of the most rare cars in the Western Hemisphere. So that didn't cost
Yeah,
nothing. Like whatever.
I think
And
it was a few
also-
million.
things that don't make sense. We also see Tej doing his Robin Hood stuff. I don't know. We don't see where he was. He was somewhere, but it's interesting. Like,
That
all
scene
right,
goes on for a while.
yeah, that scene. It was interesting because all right, like, oh, is he? You're not from the community anymore. But oh wait, he shoots money from the ATM. Like, well, wait a minute, Tej. So you telling me you could have done this a long time ago? You could have been this. You could have been double as rich that you are right now if you were stealing ATMs way back then. So why the hell are you doing this now? Doesn't make any sense. Well, okay, that's a cool little thing. And then we meet Han and Giselle. Again, I mean, they're foreshadowing the fuck out of Giselle's death in this movie. They keep foreshadowing like, oh, Giselle.
Oh my god, they do it
Like,
so
what
many
the-
times.
okay.
Oh my god, like,
Talk about-
Giselle, are we gonna settle down? Oh, we should settle down. Oh,
So many times.
God. So many times. We're gonna say Andy.
I want to talk about that real quick because that scene is ridiculous because the tone of the movie changes drastically to like this John Wick styled action
Dude,
movie out
oh
of
my
nowhere.
God.
And I'm like, I love this. Oh, we're going back to the racing movie. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I found
Yeah.
that scene to be a little bit ridiculous. I wasn't into it. I was like, oh my god, these weird poses, like, and then
I'm like, what's
and
going
then-
on? I
and
love
like,
it.
I'm like, oh my god. And then I think they were trying to do like a John Woo like homage because I
Something
think
like that. Yeah.
I think
for sure.
Han had like a similar Chow Yun Fat jacket on. So I was like, all right, I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, he had some type of long
But
jacket.
it was dumb. I was like, all right. I mean, it's sweet to see them together, but my god, the poses and the whole foreshadowing. Oh my god, yeah, it was so stupid. But okay, well, does it keep going? We'll see. I love how the pacing of this movie is pretty fast. I mean, we already meet the characters in like 12 minutes. Like we're there.
Yeah.
That we're moving on. It's like, all right, cool. I like it. So we're here. Let's go. So I like the scene with Brian and Dom. I like that stuff. I like Paul Walker's acting here. Like Paul Walker, kind of saying like, "Hey man, like as our lives changed, are we? It doesn't feel.
Brian,
It doesn't feel
you
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't
Okay, I was
feel
thinking about the
good.
same thing.
You need to be fast and furious.
I like Paul Walker here. I like his act. I don't know. I like his dilemma. Like, hey, do we feel normal? You know, trying to live our past lives go. Is this good? I don't know. And then we get that whole stick again. Look, he's a Toretto. Jag is a Toretto. Here's a baby. He's a toy version of my car. Like, where the hell did you get that? He's a Toretto.
Shit was dumb.
Right? I was like, oh my god, it's whatever. I'm also, it's kind of weird how they bring Brian back, even though he's a dad. It's like, all right, I get that you need the crew back. I know you need all those people you can get. But it's like Brian just became a dad. You know, let's give him a time to meet his son a little bit. You know, but I don't know. I like that. It's just I hate how later in the movie. In the next movie, they're like, "Oh, we can bring Brian back." Oh no, not this time. It's too much, too dangerous. Like,
No,
wait a minute.
no,
But
no, no, no.
what about this mission though? This mission is like way too dangerous, way above your pay grade. This is nothing you guys experienced before. So let's bring Brian in here. Okay. Also, Mia. I mean, I kind of feel bad for her. I mean, do you guys like when she's like? I hate when she's getting bended in these movies because like last movie she had a lot of stuff to do. And this movie's like, all right, I'm just relegated to being a mom for the rest of the movie until the end. She does stuff in the end. Well, I like that. But right now, it's like,
He's better.
Oh, she's good. It's just I feel like the writers didn't give her anything to do.
No,
She's there,
man.
there to be mom and she's really good, you know, for what she does. But like, you know, they didn't really give her anything to do. So
yeah,
I don't know
until
where
the
to stand
end.
on that.
The end did a lot of stuff with her that I did like. But yeah, I mean, I do get it. It's like, it would have been really shitty if both parents were out in the mission when they just had a baby. So somebody had to be there, you know. Somebody had.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
Yeah.
That would have been really really reckless if both parents were like, "Well, fuck this kid. We just had him. We'll go to London." Like,
Just stick him in an Airbnb. He'll be all right.
right? Like, we don't have Uncle Shaw yet, so we don't have any uncles.
No, we don't
yet,
get
so.
there yet. We don't get there
So
yet.
I was like, man, it would have been really shitty if Mia left. But at the same time, it's like, man, I hate how they keep relegating her to just sit her down. Like, all right, just stay outside the rest of the movie. We'll call you later. I'm like, I don't know. Kind of sucks, but I get it. At the same time, I get it. But Also, I don't appreciate Tedge's comments about Rio, about, hey, this equipment compared to Rio's was trash. I'm like, man, Rio taught you humility, man. Rio taught you, to have a new start. Don't talk shit about
Remember
the
where you
last
came
movie.
from.
Yeah, learn where you came from, man. Just because you have all this slick equipment, no. Respect where you learn, humility, man. Be humble. That got to me, man. Um, Roman.
Bitch, be humble.
Roman, man, Roman. I mean, Roman's line about like what his line about it smells like baby oil. That was a smidge kind of funny. His delivery was not the best.
I thought it was funny.
But
Really?
that follow up,
The follow was better. The follow was way better. But in this one, it's like it's a little bit funny. But his delivery just didn't sell it to me that well. But I mean, what was funny? What I did like, I thought was funny was Roman trying to get chip from Han. Han was like, "Bro, I'm out. Like, you gotta do it." Han's like, "Oh." And Roman's like, "I don't got my chips." But man, he gets so annoying in this scene. Holy shit! He has to get a singer every fucking minute in this whole scene. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. I mean, this whole stick with trying to get some like chips from the vending machine. Like, bro. Oh my god. I also love how this movie doesn't give a shit about the plot of this exposition, because like, Hobbs is getting to deep exposition about who is Owen Shaw, what are we doing here, and the movie ignores his dialogue while we focus on Roman stuff. Roman's like, hey, do you got any money, any change for? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? We're doing this? We're doing this stupid shtick. I'm like, well, you're rich, Roman. You got money. He's like, hey, this is how you guys still get rich, asking people money. I'm like,
now, can I ask you a question?
That's true.
No, it is true.
Where are they? Where there's vending machines? Like, where are they? Like, what is this house that they're in? I don't understand.
I just, man, I hate how for the most of the movie, or at least for the first half, he's acting like a fucking fool, and I'm so annoyed by him. Like, wow, they ratchet him up to like double, twice of who he was in the last movie, even in Too Fast and Furious. I'm like, wow, man, you're getting way too much. Luckily, by the end, or like the third half, they kind of just pushed him aside for a little bit. I'm like, all right, Roman, take a seat. Take a seat for a little bit.
They're like,
we'll focus on this other stuff.
More screen time.
Yeah, we'll give these people more stuff to do. So he got a little bit better by the end of the movie, the third act. But my God, it's like Tyrese Gibson, you're the comedic relief. What you got for us? All right, we'll get this material for you. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Fuck. What do you guys think of Roman in this movie as a whole? Do you guys like him? You guys annoyed by him like me? Or what?
Yeah. That's all I need to say. Moving on.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's more annoying in this, and it's one of the problems one of the other problems I have with this movie is that they kind of double down on his character, and I think it's because with, like I was saying last time, with the Leo and Santos, since they're not there, they had to like put their personalities onto other people, and that's what they did with Ludacris and Tyrese's character. And the writers did not do him any favors because they made him the butt. This is really the start of when they made him the butt of like every joke, or most of the jokes. They made him way more annoying. They made him whiny, and it's just like I actually liked his character. Even in 2, if I didn't like, I didn't like 2 as much, but even in 2 and in 5, like I still somewhat liked his character. But here, the writing, along with like the female characters, with Mia and the cop lady, I forgot what her name was, in the last movie, they kind of relegate them to the sideline, characters that were actually decent when you actually gave them something to do.
Yep.
And yeah, he's just not as, I think later in the movie he's better, but in the beginning, yeah, he is on one. It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. I hate how in this one scene when we're introduced to everybody together, they just keep forcing his jokes over and over again. I'm like, dude, like, let's relax. Like, it's not even funny it's not that funny in the first place, and you're still going and going. Oh my God, it was getting on my nerves a lot. But luckily, he does get better by the end of the movie. He's still kind of annoying sometimes by the end of the movie. He's still a little bit annoying, but he's a little bit better. But my God, hopefully Roman gets better than Lex movies. Wink, wink. We'll see. Again, question:
Probably
what
not.
is Tedge's past life? What is Tedge's past life? Because he knows some like military factions and stuff. Like, oh yeah, knows this
I'm
military.
sorry. Are you
stuff.
thinking?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
it's
not
too much.
thinking. Because I love how he's like, Hobbs is like, oh yeah, Shaw was from this military, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh shit, I know about that crew, man. I heard all about it. Like, the hell you know about this shit, dude? Like, huh? And he talks about some other,
life.
some equipment shit later on. Like, what the hell, Ludacris? How the hell do you know this shit? But okay. Also, I love how they talk about this nightshade device, but it's not really important to the plot. It's not the MacGuffin
really.
that they do later on. They're like the night. It's like they even forget about it. It's like, oh yeah, like the importance of this nightshade device. Like, what does it do? They forget about this shit later on. So it's like, okay. But also, I didn't like how Ted just like, oh, because like Hobbs was like, hey, if people get this device, millions of people can die. All right, this is like a dangerous device. And I love how Ted just like, why don't we steal that shit and use it for ourselves? I'm like, bro, that's kind of going to villain territory here. It's like,
it was because it was worth billions. So he was like, so we should steal it so we can sell it for billions, right?
But it's like, you want to kill countries? Ted, I mean, you're trying to be the hero. I mean, I'm supposed to like you. What the hell are you trying to say with that line? That was weird. But what do you guys think of Tej in this movie? Because I'm gonna say Tej has a lot more stuff to do in this movie. He's more in the action. He's actually doing stuff. He's driving. He's not fighting yet, but he's a lot more than just talking in the walkie-talkie on the headquarters or something. He's doing a lot more stuff.
Oh, for sure.
But here, I don't know. I did like him for the most part, but I didn't love him. Some parts I'm like, all right. I'm not really liking much about what you're doing here, but I do think he's a little bit better than maybe 2. Maybe I don't know. I really liked him in 2. I don't know. Maybe this is like the least so far version I like about him in these movies, but I still like them. I don't know. What do you guys think of Tej in this movie? You guys like,
So he's definitely putting in a lot more effort than Tyrese put into his character. I don't know who to blame on that. I don't know who to really blame, honestly. But I will say throughout the whole movie, I'm like, okay, Ludacris is like attempting to crack jokes, with the plan CBD or whatever, and all that. And I do feel like he's trying and he's doing a decent job. I don't love him, don't hate him. I'm kind of in the middle, unlike Tyrese, where I'm like, oh, you're here? Okay, all right.
He's much better.
I don't know how. I mean, I hope he gets better throughout the rest of the series. I can't remember him in the 7th movie at all.
We'll see. We will
but his performance in here was not bad. I would say not bad.
Okay. What about you, Henry? Did you like him?
His performance was right. I mean, of course, I like Ludacris as a rapper, so I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think his character is extends to the other problem I had with Roman and some of the women characters. It's just the writing is too many characters, and like you said, like trying to learn about his past and how he does some stuff or how he learns some of it is like this is no room for it because it's just too many characters and plot lines that you have to worry about. So it's just like Chad just gets what he gets, and he did fine for what he had, and he does try to crack some jokes. There's like a few times where him and Tyrese kind of go back and forth, and I kind of like that, but it's serviceable. He's not the worst like Tyrese. He didn't get the shaft like he did, but it's not. I don't think it's as good as 5 for me.
Because I don't think he's as good as 5. I don't even think the relationship between him and Roman is not even the best in this movie. I don't know if I wanted to see that whole like comedic duo, for the whole movie. But in here, it's like, I'm not seeing that relationship much. Although there's one scene later on that I'll touch on it, but I think Ludacris did pretty good. I think he's more comfortable with his role now. I think he's more into what he's doing. I think he's more confident. And he knows he's one of the big players of the movie, of the franchise. So I think he's more comfortable in his role. But yeah, I didn't love him, but he's pretty cool. And also, by the way, if you guys didn't know, this movie just became a spy movie, a spy thriller. You guys didn't know that because, like, oh my god, they go into like spy shit, like recon and shit. Like, whoa, this movie. Well, I just thought about the first movie. Like, wait, now we're a different franchise altogether. This is interesting. This is weird. And then we meet the character of Owen Shaw. he's very, I don't know, his intro was cool. I liked how he's like, he's very mysterious. He's very threatening. And I also like the set piece that we get into it later, but the character, I really like Owen Shaw. I think he's cool. He's smart as hell. He's very suave and dashing, but he's also very threatening and very intimidating. Because sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to meet this guy in person. I'll be fucked up. So I really liked Owen Shaw in this movie. What do you guys think of the villain of Owen Shaw in this movie?
You mean Gaston?
Oh, that's true. Luke Evans, man.
That's all I
think
can think
he did
about
really
while watching
good.
this.
Luke Evans is pretty good. I think he
Gaston?
did really good.
Gaston?
I forgot he was in
No,
that.
but in all seriousness, Luke Evans, he's not the best villain in the franchise, but I wouldn't say he's the worst either. He does what he's supposed to do, which is be a villain. And like I do feel like a villainous presence sometimes during the film with him in it. But I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's the best. He's not the worst. But I thought he was decent. I thought he did a decent job. Acting wise, he did a really good job though.
What about you, Henry?
Yeah, I mean, he's a decent villain. Like, you know, he has a lot of like his presence. Like, you know, every time he shows up, it's definitely like someone could die. Someone could die when he's around because he definitely has that presence. Like he's about that life. But I think as like a full character, he doesn't really have much of a character arc. He's just there to you know, unlike DK, he actually has somewhat of a character arc. But this one is just like he's just there to fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Luke Evans again. He did a really good job. I think he really had the charisma. He was very, I don't know, kind of maybe invested in his character. I really like that. Again, yeah, he's not the best fleshed out villain. I think this is the point where the villains are starting to get more better and like more serious. Like, oh shit, like these villains mean business. Because like, I mean, let's not forget about Reyes in the last movie. He was just not even important to the plot at all. He was just a foil for something that thinks to move on. So it's like here he has more of a presence. He has a little bit more, but still he's really good to just being this foil that they must stop. He's not that fleshed out yet. I don't know. We'll talk about that in the future movies. But I did like him. I think Luke Evans is fucking cool. And I'm going to say, man, he looks fucking hot in this movie, man. I'll say that right now. He looks really good in this movie. I'm like, God damn, arrest me, put me amnesia just like Letty, get me. I'll work for you, man. Hey, hell, I don't even need amnesia. I'll do it. I'll do it for free, okay? I was like, God damn, that haircut, that buzz cut, really good, man, really good. Really good. All right, we'll just move on. But I mean, we get to the first action set piece, you know, driving around. What do you guys think of this whole big set piece? You guys like it? Is it a good way to like get to the action of this movie, or could have been better? What do you guys think?
I thought it was pretty cool. I think it, and then I just thinking about it now, is that a lot of the action scenes compared to, I think 4 and 5, a lot of action scenes happen at night. If you notice that, and they kind of do that to mask some of the problems with you know some of the, you can hide some of the seams. But yeah. I do like the stunts and stuff in terms of driving, especially the cars that Owen is driving. Basically just F1 cars with steel plating on them, so you can flip, you know, drive on the cars.
Yeah, man, that's just badass.
Like I enjoyed that. I enjoyed every bit of that. We're just like scoop. Flip a car and just keep going out like that. That part was very enjoyable.
Hell yeah, man! That car is so badass. I like that whole play using people's cars and cop cars to like swing them up to like the Dominic Toretto's crew. Like that shit's like kind of creative. I like that shit. That's pretty cool. But what do you think of the set piece, Andy?
Yo, go-kart racing is pretty fun, man. In all seriousness, dude, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid as hell, dumb, but I fucking love every minute of that scene where they're flipping over the cars and shit. I'm like,
hell
yes, so much fun.
Hell yeah, it's so cool. I mean, I didn't love. There's some issues that I have with this scene. It's not as exhilarating as I thought it would be, but I mean, some parts there's some part later on it's a little bit better, but some stuff here is cool. Like I love when Shaw first drives away and he blows those pillars. I don't know. It looked like a same shot from like Dark Knight when he's in the car blowing up pillars and shit. I was like, are they ripping off Dark Knight right now? I don't know, but it kind of looks the same. Even the same Dark Knights, like the night setting and shit.
Watch.
I was like, I don't know, Christopher Nolan. I'd be mad about this too. I don't know if I were you. Fuck, worried about HBO right now. Worried about this. But I think that was cool. I love how that looked cool. I also love how it's just very well done. It's just there's one part that's kind of very disorienting, where the editing and the directing. There's just one part because he's going way too fast, and he's going through. He took a right turn here. There's a cop car chasing him behind, shooting him, and then he goes through the left turn, and then out of nowhere, just like this cop car jumps from the ramp, and then the next immediate shot, we see two cars going from the ramp. I'm like, wait, where does this other car come from? I replayed that shit like 20 times. Like, am I losing something? I don't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's just like
see what you're doing.
Any sense?
You're thinking too much. That's
Man,
what
I just
doing.
like
you're using your brain.
The action was cool. I just like I love my actions done well. Make it continuous action in the playground. That part just I don't know. It didn't look good to me. I don't know. But I also wait, what is it? Hold on, let's see. Oh, I also love Shaw's crew is like the Bizarro version of them. I mean, they kind of do touch about later, but even before Roman mentions that shit, I was like, these people kind of look like Dominic's crew a little bit. This is interesting. But I mean, also, oh my god, they still foreshadow the fuck out of Giselle's death. Because like, oh, is she gonna get shot by the sniper? Is she gonna die right now? Nope. Han saves her. I'm like, oh my god, we get it. She's gonna die in this movie.
Save number one.
Right? It's like, oh, I get it. She's gonna die. I get it. Is she gonna be here in the rest of the franchise? We won't know. It's like, God, it's so dumb.
She's resurrected as Wonder Woman.
Right? I was like, oh God, I get it. Whatever. But also, like I said, I like seeing Tej in action for the first time. That was kind of cool. I like him driving around. I also love how it's interesting. Like, how did Dom and Brian knew he'd be good for this mission? Because we've never seen Tej drive before, have we? I don't think so. Because in 2, he's just a promoter. We never see him drive, so I wouldn't trust him to drive a car that well. But apparently, he's so good. I don't know. It's in the family gene, man. Apparently, if you're part of family, you can drive so good.
You're thinking too much.
Your family,
I know.
You can drive a car.
There's more thinking. But anyway, the hacking chips addition to this action scene was kind of cool. I like that how they throw into the cars and like, oh shit, they're deactivating the cars. That's kind of cool. I like that stuff. The way Brian takes it off though, bro.
Well, see, I think that was a reference. That was a specific reference to Too Fast, Too Furious. The way they shot that with the EMP, right. That was definitely a reference.
Oh wait, what was the reference?
Yeah, could they do that in second one?
There's a lot of references in this movie to the whole franchise.
What was the reference to this?
Yeah.
What's the reference for this specific scene? Because it looked familiar to me, but I don't remember.
I think it's like the scene where like the cops are chasing them and then they put the EMPs on them. They just don't address it in that movie. They're like,
They do.
That's right. Oh yeah. Okay, that's why. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a cool reference, but still, it's very stupid. Because like this is.
Oh, it's stupid. Don't get me wrong. It's stupid.
This little bit of chip somehow did not script the car, but I was like, bro, that's what the hell. But I don't know. It was fun. It was cool. I liked it. But the actual part that I like about the whole sequence is when they go to the tunnel. That shit looks so. I thought there was way better because there's light. We can see what's going on very well, more better. It looks very, very good. I like how like when Brian's flipped and he's like, "Oh shit!" and I was like, "That's pretty funny." I like that. That was cool. I was like, "That's a cool character moment." I really like that stuff. I also love seeing like I forgot her name in the movie. I think they mentioned her name, but she's driving the other cart. She was like cool little like henchwoman for a while. That was pretty cool. Like, she's not the henchwoman. There's no henchman
number
really.
One.
Yeah, she's not henchmen people, but
she doesn't really get anything to do though. But yeah,
no, because they set her up. Like, they set her up like she's like a henchwoman. Like, oh shit, she's gonna be in business, and then she's gone for the rest of the movie until the very end when she's needed. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, all right, you could have done some cool stuff with her. But still, I like the tunnel stuff. It was so badass. I like that shit. Especially when Hobbs jumps from like the top, like the bridge to Chaw's car. Like, fuck yeah, man. I mean,
Superhero
that was
jumps.
Terribly unrealistic. But I
superhero.
love
Like,
it.
he just jumps there.
It's
I
one
mean,
of
it didn't last.
one of many.
Right? It didn't last for long. He only was there for that car for like 2 seconds. Then he was pushed out and shoot bad. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like that stuff. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we are reintroduced to Letty Ortiz. She's back in the franchise. I mean, I love how immediately her introduction is just boom, shooting Dom in the fucking chest. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's a cool way to get her back. It's just shooting Dom immediately. That's pretty cool. But like, what do you guys think of her return in this franchise? Is it worth it? Is it good? Is it do you care? Do you not care? What do you guys think?
First of all, I love how conveniently when she shoots him, it's not, oh, let me shoot him in the heart or anything, since I don't know this guy. Let me shoot him over here.
Hey,
Where he
remember,
conveniently live.
her memories got triggered. It's like, oh wait, I remember this guy. I don't know who he is, but I guess I'll shoot him just in case. A fatal wound, but that's it. Not too bad. I don't know. But what are you gonna say?
Personally, I thought she was at least putting somewhat effort in, although even though in the third act she basically just somehow remembers everything without explanation, but whatever. Compared to the first movie and the short scene she gets in the fourth movie,
Yeah.
She seemed to be putting in an effort to act a little, and I don't know, I decently liked her character, I'll say that, but beyond that I don't have anything to say.
Okay, that's good. Understandable. What about you, Henry?
Yeah, I mean, she gets more to do this time. Like, I mean, she's like, in the first movie, she doesn't really get much to do other than like, ditch Dom and
I love
playing
you.
PlayStation.
Yeah, play
and then
PlayStation,
occasionally
be high.
jealous.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
then
what she
she
does.
then she dies in the fourth one. You get that little scene. So she doesn't really get much in the other movies, and you kind of forget, like, oh, even though she's supposed to be a popular character, like she doesn't get much screen time really until the sixth movie.
Oh,
It's kind of odd when you really
that's
think
kind
about
of
it.
weird.
And it reminds why she was so like championing, they need to write the women characters better. And because it was around the time when she was saying that, because it was just like, you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, a lot of the women characters don't get much screen time, or they're only relegated to one movie or half a movie. And so, but yeah, I mean, she's better. Even that scene where she comes up and shoots Dom was really weirdly edited. It was like very quick. It was just like literally like a second where she like hops out, shoots him, and gets back in the car. And she's off. It was just like, that was
it's a little weird.
And
Yeah.
and the scene just ends. It was just like that. What?
Oh yeah, she's like,
You can't
boom,
drag
he's
it out
done.
anymore.
It
It just
I don't know.
drives off.
That's true. It looked cool to me, like that whole angle of her, like with the gun and shit. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's a little weird looking for sure. But did you? I guess you liked her in this movie. You thought she was good.
She was right. I think it was because she just was given more to do, and I think, like I was saying earlier, the fight later with her and Gina Carano, that was interesting. So
Yeah,
she's given more to do, so she's fine.
That's for sure. I love your point as well, because I thought the same thing too. Like, she's just one of the most popular characters in the franchise, and at this point, she's only been like, what, overall maybe 30 minutes of screen time in two movies. It's like, and I mean, even the short film, she didn't have much to do there. So I really
Short
liked
film.
her. Yeah, right. I really liked her in this movie, because I can tell that she's completely different character. She's kind of rebooted in a way, because she doesn't feel like the lady from the past. I guess she's different because amnesia. We'll talk about that. But I really liked her a lot more here. Yes, not that I did not like her in the first two movies, but I was thinking about it last night when I was watching her in this movies. Like, man, I think Letty in the past few movies sucked ass. I really don't like her in those movies. It's just, man, that first movie, like you said, she was all just playing PlayStation high.
I love Vin Diesel. He's my
and like,
love.
oh, it smells like skanking here. Like, oh, that's all you're gonna do. I mean, yeah, she looks tough and badass. That's cool. But I don't really like her. And even the fourth movie, when that heist, she was a little bit too much for me. Like, oh, hey, puppy, and I was stealing stuff. I'm like, oh god, I'm not like her in these movies. So, and here, I think she's like a lot more stuff to do. She kind of has a story, which that's interesting. And I think I really liked her more. She's more toned down and she has a lot more stuff to do. So I think she's fleshed out a lot more, and she's not, I don't know, like an archetype. She's actually a character in a way. So I really, really, well, I not really, really, really like her, but I liked her a lot. I thought she has more stuff to do. The next scene, dude, that the comedy. I'll talk about the comedy as we go along. But Ted just joke about Roman's voice sounded like, "Hey man, you look from Shaggy to Scooby Doo." Like that joke bomb. I'm like, wow, that joke so terrible. Like, wow,
That was a joke.
whoa, it was, dude. And to make it worse, I hate how they took a shot of Han just start laughing like, that's so funny, Ted. I'm like, that's not funny, dude. That is not funny. Don't encourage his joke. This shit was terrible. That, oh my god. And what a waste of an F word, by the way. When Roman says like, oh, a woman you can't be telling us to not to fuck with or something, like, wow, this is the one chance to use an F word and you waste it like that. So stupid. I liked how you could have done. You should have put it to Rock again. Make Rock say "shut the fuck up" again, or whatever, or "stay the fuck out of my way." That was way better than this F word. That just sucked. Like, that joke. Ugh. Even the forehead joke later on is kind of a little bit funny. Not gonna lie, I wasn't laugh out loud. It's hilarious.
I mean, I think it's funny.
It was again. It was better made later on in the movie, but at this point, I don't know. Maybe Ludacris's delivery was not the best for me. But I was like, here we go. I love how Dominic. All right, so he gets shot, right? And apparently he knows how to take a bullet out of the wound and cauterize the wound. Where the hell was that when Vince needed it to? I mean, Vince got shot. He didn't even try to help him. I mean, apparently Dom knows medical stuff in here. He knows how to cure his own wounds. But hey, Vince's stuff, man, he's dead. I'll take care of his son. Uncle Dom is here.
Vince isn't family.
Vince isn't family. It's like
Uncle Dom.
It shows you how much he cared about Vince. Like, oh man, Vince, I'm sorry, man. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget you. But for when he gets shot, I'm like, oh shit, I know how to take a bullet out. I know how to cauterize it and then be fine. I'm like, man, fuck you, Dom, piece of shit. But I also I'll just the line he says in that scene, like, never turn your back on family. Bitch, you did. What about Vince? You left him to die, motherfucker. You can kill your own wound. I don't like that shit. You turn your back on family a long time ago. But the soap opera became more soap opera with an amnesia storyline. Oh my god. Latest remember? Dun dun dun. Lady's back, but who is she? I don't remember who I am. Who's this bald guy with the squeaky clean white t-shirt and polo?
That's handsome bald guy to you.
Who is this man? I'm conflicted now. What do I do? Oh, it's like, oh my god, this is where we are with the franchise. We introduce amnesia. Okay, I mean, the amnesia stuff is not terrible. I just love how they're almost jumping the shark at this point. I'm like, all right, we'll just introduce amnesia. I'm like, oh, there we go. Here we go. We're not even close to 3 more movies, and we're already done this amnesia story. I'm like, oh my god. But I
watched the movie.
But I did like her stuff, like her meeting up with the crew, and like he calls this big dude like, oh, I'll put you from Team Mustard to Team Pussy. I'm like, all right, that's not the best line, but cool. I kind of got into it.
I believe you.
I believe you. I can believe you can kick his big ass dude's face. So that I can believe you. But that's when Roman introduced the idea of like, oh, this Shaw's crew is like our evil twins. I'm like, oh, that's kind of true. I also his line about this other guy's like, oh, he's always with me, he's handsome, he's black, he's me, obviously. So I was like, all right, that's kind of funny. I liked how he put his ego up there, just scratch it up a little bit. But it went a little bit too long for me. He kept on going like, hey, Han, are you this guy? Giselle, are you this? I'm like, bro, we get it, all right? We get it. Just shut the fuck up. Just wrap it up. You're going way too long. Like the humor, man. Fuck. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna ask you this question because what do you guys think of the crew dynamic this time around? Because it was a little bit off for me. It's not as strong as like the last movie because this is the second time we bring everybody back except for 2 people, and I didn't feel the dynamic as strong this time around. I mean, it does get better as we go along the movie, but right now it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's because the movie's a little bit darker, so maybe like they thought the humor is like, all right, maybe we can't be as light and funny as the last movie because we have some dark stories in here. But I wasn't feeling it completely. Am I alone in here? Do you guys like the dynamic this time around, or could have been better? what do you guys think? It's for me. It's just, wasn't hitting. It wasn't starting off strong for me. Could have been compared to last movie. Could have been way better.
It's not as good as the last movie in terms of the team dynamic, but I think that's also because this movie is trying to do a lot of things at the same time, with following Hobbs, trying to follow Owen Shaw's group, which has a bunch of characters. It's just like they're not given enough screen time to actually like develop some of these scenes, and instead of it, they're just trying to rush, development with the group, and it's just like if I mean the only way they could really make it better is if they just remove some characters, and they already tried with removing a lot of the women characters in the beginning, and towards the middle of the movie, which we haven't got to, where like Tej kind of takes a backseat, Roman kind of takes a backseat a little bit. Brian goes on this weird side mission. Goes to go see Braga. It's like this is like this weird convoluted subplot. It's like we didn't really need this. It was just like that part didn't work. It's like and then bringing Homeboy from was it the first movie or second movie back. He broke his nose again, and it was like, it's just like, I don't need this. And so it wasn't as good, like, because it was just too much like everywhere, like.
Yeah, and I think tone-wise, it was unbalanced. It's like they want to make this dark, serious movie, but at the same time, we still want to retain that fun and light, fluffy humor from the last movie. Didn't work that much for the whole movie. Almost by the third act, it's where it got better for me. But so far, it's like, man, you're trying to make Roman be funny in a movie that's not as funny, and you're trying to make this dynamic work, but also trying to do all these serious spy thriller stories. I'm like, this just doesn't work for me. But so far in this dynamics for me, it's not working. It does get better later on, but yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the other plot lines later. But what do you think of the dynamic this time around, Handy? Do you like them, or
if I'm gonna compare from the last movie, I would say I don't feel like everybody gets equal screen time, and I think it also just chalks down to they were trying to go with so many different things at once, and at the end of the day, it does get better in the third act. I feel like they're actually a team towards the third act, but as it stands in the first act, it's like, God, like, well, who's writing this dialogue? This is terrible.
Yeah, right. My God, some stuff. I mean, again, Roman's lines. There's worse lines than there's one line I want to mention it, but holy shit. But yeah, the dynamic.
What is it, ejectocito?
Oh, it's worse than that. I mean, oh God, I can't wait to get to that. But it's just dynamics doesn't feel as strong as like compared to last movie. So that's why I'm like, again, I think it's just the tonal imbalance. Like you're trying to do a lot of things at the same time. This doesn't really work for the most part, but this is me going again on a little Sebastian thinking too much tangent. But I love how Hobbs is like, all right, they hacked this Russian information. It's only available for 96 hours, and then it'll be gone. Why the hell would sensitive information be available for 96 hours? Why don't you just get that wiped out immediately? Just be thinking again. Whatever. Also forget how we're supposed to be in 2006. Maybe, and we have these modern ass cars, these modern ass giant TVs and computers and shit, cell phones.
Thinking too much.
Well, and apparently all this modern music is playing. We got
modern music too.
playing in the background.
Right. This is a different universe that we're on. Like, all right, whatever. But again, the comedy lines for the most part are bad in this one because, I mean, I do get some laughs in here, like. When we get to that scene with Hobbs and Tej, but by the way, that interaction was interesting. We never seen these characters before together.
I thought that was pretty funny.
And I don't think we've ever seen them together just by themselves again. So I was like, oh, I forgot this dynamic. This is pretty cool. I like seeing them together. Because the one time I genuinely laughed was when Hobbs was like, you're not thinking about stealing these cards, are you? So I like that shit. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. That's pretty cool. And I mean, holy shit. I mean, this movie becomes very blatant racist at one point. I was like, whoa, this dude come out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, he's like, you guys can afford this car. I was like, yeah, there's a follow-up. But at this point, I was like, oh my god, I forgot this was in the movie. Like, holy shit! I mean, wow. I mean, times are different, I guess, but shit.
It's pretty realistic.
I don't know, man. That was pretty realistic. I was
Very
like,
realistic,
it
but
where's
was.
the lie though?
yes, I mean, in today's
yeah.
climate, I don't know. In today's climate, it might be different.
No, it
If
still
this
happens.
guy- Does it happen? I mean, up front like that? Like, hey, you guys, I mean,
Oh yeah,
with
no,
cell
it happens like
phones-
that, especially where they were
Yeah.
at. Yeah,
Oh,
no, especially
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Because I can tell they're not
Oh
in
yeah, and then
2021 because they would pull that phone out like, bro, say that again. What? You're on Facebook Live. What's up? I'm like, I don't know. It's so wow.
You just gotta stunt. You gotta punk them, just like how Tej did it. That's how you do it. You gotta punk them.
That's how you
You
do
gotta put
it.
them in their place. Like,
Well, holy
That's what you
shit,
gotta
dude.
do.
I mean,
I like that shirt.
yeah, exactly.
that was the
He
coolest
wants that
solution in
shirt.
a way. But god damn, that dude went on a super racist rant like, oh, you can't afford this because you got this and this and that and that. You guys are part of this. I'm like, oh my god, this movie. Wow, fuck this Austrian fucker. Like this, wow. I didn't. That came off guard. I'm like, holy shit. All right, this was going on in this movie. I always also we get a cool, interesting team with Han, Giselle, and Riley on their own. Oh, and Roman, they're on their own. So like, that's a cool team. You don't see
Ooh.
that. But I love that Han's response to Giselle saying like, oh, you forget he's a man. And I love how he says like, she always says that. I'm like, yeah, she kind of does say that all the time. Like, oh, you need a man. I'm like, yeah, she kind of says that all the time. So a cool, kind of noticing like, yeah, we know we break the show all the time. That's what she does. But I'll talk about her in a little bit. The shiny moments for me is like in this whole sequence is Roman and Han talking to each other. I thought that was kind of cool. How Roman's like, hey, are you gonna put a ring on her finger? What's up? Are you gonna do this or what? Or you can either overcompensate with the rings, or you gotta overcompensate with your dick. What's up? And I love Han's joke was like, oh, I guess that's why you buy a lot of blinks on the women. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I like that. I was like, not the best comedy, but cool. I like that little interaction. It's pretty cool. And also, I liked when Giselle finds out it's Braga, and I love seeing her reaction. Like, oh shit, is the only character development we have from her, because it does connect with her past in the fourth movie. So like, I appreciate that at least, but that's the only thing they attempt to do with her until they clip her.
Mhm.
So that's what happens. And I think. Again, this is another me. I'm thinking too much. I'm sorry. I can't let the things go. But Letty in the chase scene, she opens that gate from the tunnel to the subway. It's open. It's unlocked. All right.
Wasn't even paying attention to that.
What
And
you
then-
were thinking during that?
I was thinking, man. It was 2 a.m. I was like, man, I should be smoking if I'm thinking this too much. But anyway, Letty versus Riley. Let's get to this fight. Letty versus Riley. Did you guys like this fight? I remember loving this fight when I saw it first in theaters, but it wasn't this time around. I didn't love it as much. It could have been a little bit better. I think the fight at the end was a lot better. But in this time around, it's like, all right, it's cool. Cool little hand-to-hand combat. I like that shit. I think I liked another fight. Well, maybe for different reasons, but this fight was still cool. But I don't know what you guys think of the fight with Giselle. I'm sorry, Letty and Riley. Shit. What do you guys think of that fight?
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's well choreographed, well done. Just in general, it was a cool fight. I mean, yeah, could it have been better? Sure. I mean, yeah, of course. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was still a lot of fun, and the fact that they they break everything in their path is like,
Right.
oh, they're not fucking around.
They jump from stairs and they're still flying. I'm like, wow.
And I
Holy
love
shit.
how people are just like creating this wall like Street Fighter to watch.
Yeah, I love
Oh my God,
that shit.
what's
'cause-
going on?
I love that shit because at least it's a little bit realistic. Like people are watching the fight instead of like running away. Like, oh my god.
Oh.
People are like
Oh shit!
watching like what's going on right now.
Oh shit!
They're like, oh shit.
Nobody's calling the cops in this sequence. They're like, no, we're just gonna watch.
Oh no, the cops get fucked up in this scene. I mean, and with the other guys, the cops
True.
get fucked up. So they were like, nah, we're just stay away from this fight. This is not our fight. This is not our fight.
I mean,
What do
it
you think of
basically
the-
turned into Cobra Kai. That's what it
Oh
happened.
my god. What do you think of this Letty and Riley fight? Henry, what do you think?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Like, I think it was one of my favorite scenes because it's just they're like, it's pretty well choreographed. They're using the environment. It felt like very raw in terms of just like she's trying to get away, but then it's like, okay, I have to fight you, even though I don't really want you. I'm just trying to get away. And I think that and the other fight that you're about to talk about, I think it's just really well done in terms of them using the environment. And it was just a lot of fun just to watch. It was enjoyable. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, if I wanted to, I would go back and rewatch that part again.
Fuck yeah.
Just to just be entertained.
It's a pretty good fight. And I love how somehow this movie still made me fall onto Riley's side. Because even though I still know the twist, I was still like, yeah, go get her, Riley. I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But I'm still on her side for some reason. I'm like, fuck yeah, Riley, go get her. I'm like, yes. So the fight was pretty cool, but I really like this Roman Han versus this bad guy. I don't know his name. I like because it's like, yeah. Oh, okay. Because what's his name? Jah. Oh, Jah. Okay, that's his name. All right, cool. I love how it's like we're balancing this raw fight, like you said, between Letty and Riley, and then we also have this buddy cop movie with Roman and Han fight this dude. I thought it was pretty funny. I like those little moments because I cracked up in this moment when Roman's like Jaw's holding Han hostage and Roman's gonna trying to punch Jaw. Yeah. And I love Han's face like fuck. It just beats her in the face. I saw his face for like a quick glimpse. I was like, oh my god, poor Han, man. Got his face kicked. I was like, man, that shit was pure gold. I love that. Dude, that reaction was the only time we see Han actually react like that. I was like, oh shit. It was like, fuck. No, Roman, no. So I like that shit. I also had that line where it's like, oh, you go first. No, you go first. I don't know. There's some cool buddy cop stuff in here. But the fights actually very well done. I mean, the flips and the kicks and shit that John does. I'm like, holy shit, I like that stuff. But what do you guys think of this specific fight? Was it funny or is it cool?
This specific fight. I'll just go back to what I said previously. It's well choreographed, it's well done. Again, they're breaking shit again. I love how they're just like, we're gonna throw you into the glass, and you can tell that shit's real because people are like, what the fuck is going on? I would love to know, like, did they really fight in a subway and like really break that? Because it really looks like it when you're watching it.
Yeah, I was like, holy
people
shit.
Are like, what the fuck is going on here?
This is not scripted. What about you, Henry? Do you like this fight too?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It is a little more comedic than the other fight. And now that you mention it, you said buddy cop, it reminded me like, wow, they really try to play up the whole Rush Hour vibes with Han and Tyrese, with them getting their ass whooped, just like but they're trying and they're kind of
trying,
holding off, but he was just like whipping their ass, and I'm just like,
yeah, I love that shit. Because they're trying to beat this one guy, and this one guy's beating both their asses. I'm like, that's fun. I like that shit. Dude, one shot reminded me of Rush Hour, and when they're like both trying to see like who's gonna punch first. He's like, oh, you go first.
You go first. No, you
go first. Or we're holding each other, like they're looking at each other quickly, like, oh shit, we're gonna do this. So that reminds me of some Rush Hour stuff. So, like, I really like that stuff, and this is not dynamic I guess we'll ever see. Maybe Fast 9, maybe, but this is a dynamic we've never seen before, and we haven't seen since. So I really like these two together a little bit. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect these two to actually work out together. So the fight scene, awesome. This whole sequence is very fun. Like you said, the choreography here is really, really good. I like that stuff. So very well done. And this is the part you said, Henry, where they kind of go this side story of like, oh, remember the fourth movie? Remember that movie? It's so important. It's critical. Remember, Andy, the movie that you not like, the least favorite is the most important movie of the franchise. It's just like Thor: The Dark World. That movie's so critical. It's so important, but people hate that movie. I mean, I like Brian assuming responsibility for getting to Broadway. He's like, man, Letty died because of me. I gotta do this. So like, I like that stuff. I like that emotional moment between the two of them. I mean, like you said, it was cool seeing Michael from Fast and Furious again, getting his nose beat again. I remember when I saw in the theater, people were like, oh my God, that's funny. But looking at it now, that getting his nose broken, I get it's a reference. Didn't work for me. I was like,
No.
this whole scene is
No.
lame, stupid. But I mean, I don't know. I thought it wasn't as funny as they thought it would be. It didn't work out for me. But I remember the scene a lot. It's one of the scenes I remember a lot from the movie. Oh yeah, I remember like he gets his nose cracked. But I also love how they still find a way to bring Nos back in these movies. Now Nos is being used in this giant hook gun. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm in. This is stupid, but I'm all in for this expensive titanium grade hook gun. We're using Nos to propel it. All right, cool. Again, more Tokyo Drift references. I mean, now we know how Han got his car from that movie. That was a cool reference. I actually like that. It was like, all right. Not that we needed this explanation, but cool. That's how he got his car. Dom gave it to him. All right, that's cool. But yeah, they still want to tease the shit out of that movie. Like, oh, remember Tokyo Drift? That movie was so good, wasn't it? I'm like, I get it. Tokyo Drift, good movie. Let's let it go.
Oh, don't worry, they got more for you.
Oh, there's more. There's more references to Tokyo Drift. Holy shit. But I do think Roman and Tez shooting the gun by accident was pretty funny. And seeing their reaction, I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh,
shit. Me. I was like, oh, shit, wasn't me. Like,
that was a stupid
Chris
joke,
like,
but I laughed a little. I'm not going to lie.
I laughed. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it worked.
Wasn't me.
Chris set it up well, and you can tell like, okay, this is about to happen.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah, you knew. It's pretty funny. I was like, all right, it kind of worked. Again, comedy for the most part doesn't work, but sometimes it shines. It's pretty good. But all right, what do you guys think of Braga's return? You guys care? You guys not care?
Boo.
Boo.
Get him out of here.
well, okay, really, I don't understand. They could have chose to brought back any villain in the world. That's the one they chose to bring back? No, not
Yeah,
DK.
man.
No, not
man.
you know,
Bring
Carton
Rowe
Brown.
back.
You know, I want him to come back and I want him to be like, Brian, I'm gonna put the fucking mouse in you, bitch.
Right?
No, we got Brago, the most like, oh, I guess I have to come back to the franchise. I'm here. And
Hey,
even
but John
when he
Ortiz,
shows
man, he's
up,
happy.
it's like, I know, and I'm happy for him, but you know, you know, he wasn't given anything to do other than I'm gonna be here for character development for Brian to advance. Well, I guess I'm not in the rest of the movie. All right, see you later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I hated that part.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to see him. I mean, it was like,
Sure,
all right,
yeah,
that's
but-
cool. Like a cool reference, a cool cameo back from the fourth movie. Again, a movie that I don't like that much, but apparently so critical for this franchise because Letty's story is all from that movie. I mean, they bring characters from that movie again. Like, oh my god, this movie is so important apparently. But
Oh
I wish it was a better movie. I wish it was a
They do
better
the
movie to
whole-
reference.
They do the whole reveal. They're like, ooh, yeah.
oh,
This
dude.
scene that you saw before? Well, that's not really how it was. This
Dude,
is
that
what really
reveal.
happened.
That reveal, man. Fuck that. Oh, this is how Letty
That's
survived.
so
I mean,
Stupid.
that explosion blew her away. I'm like, fuck you, man. Fuck this
It's like, I know.
bullshit.
If the explosion really did lift her up and like carried her like that, she would have died of internal bleeding.
Oh, see,
Right.
she's having fun though. She jumped. She was in the air.
Yeah, she's like,
Whee!
oh my god, that shitty slow motion floaty thing. Like, oh, like, oh, that's what's going on. That's what we're doing. But I mean,
we're not even to the most unrealistic scene in the movie. But
it's
yeah,
stupid.
Nope.
But I mean,
Nope, we are not.
I mean, for the first part when they were doing this whole side story, I did feel like you, Henry's like, oh, this is kind of deviating the plot unnecessarily. We don't need to go do this right now. Like, oh, we gotta go to prison and infiltrate the prison. Like, oh, dude, we don't need to do this. But at the same time, it was cool because Braga's cameo was important for Letty's story in a way. But yeah, we don't really need to go to this whole prison shit. I'm like, all right, there's a cool callback for the franchise. Whatever. It's like, and he beats his ass off. That's what he does. All right. John Ortiz got his money, got his paycheck, he's out. That's what he did. And by the way, who would have thought that Dom and Letty had more chemistry when they're not a couple? Because oh my god, when they meet each other, I was like, wow, I actually think they're way better together
yeah.
this time around when they were actually a thing. Because when they were a thing, they were terrible. But when they're meeting each other,
You
trying to
see.
get that chemistry going, they're way
you don't
better.
remember me. but I love you. Baby, I love you. You're so
And
beautiful.
Dom actually cares about her this time around. Like, oh my god, bro,
Apparently.
it's a big thing. Like, what? Like, I don't know. I actually like them a lot better this time around. It's like, dude, when they're not an official couple, they're good. When they're a couple, it just falls apart. It doesn't work. It's not working for me. So them trying to get together again was really good. And that's, oh shit, Rita Ora is here, ladies and gentlemen. She's here. She's baby. Welcome to London, baby.
You mean the chick from the Iggy Azalea song? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
who's that? Oh, sorry, I lost the audience already
No,
for saying that name.
Yeah, I don't know who either of those two are.
I guess you guys did not like the cameo, the biggest cameo of the movie. You guys don't like that? What?
I'm sorry, I did not give a shit about her being in this movie. I know why she's in this movie, because they were like, hey man, she's from like the UK. She's gonna be the next big thing.
That was when they were making her, trying to make her a thing.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah,
Nice
they were trying to make her a big thing.
Let's try.
I mean, her career, I mean, it only lasted for a couple of years and like big, like wow, she's huge. And she's doing music nowadays. I have no idea.
She's a singer. She's okay. I mean, it's not important to this movie,
right.
but you know.
I didn't forget her music though, to be honest. I forgot her music. I was like, oh, what has she sung before? I don't know.
I think she did
that
that song "Girls" with like Cardi B and like I can't remember who it was. I think it was like, oh, I like girls too or something like that. Which I thought that idea was pretty cool. Now we're getting off into a tangent about music somehow.
Oh,
she's not that good.
But her cameo though.
Henry's like, no, fuck her.
She's just like the artist who they try to push is like, oh, here's this light-skinned, somewhat ambiguous singer who's just okay singer. It's like, make her a thing. It's just like, no, she's not good.
I want Suki back. Give me back Suki.
Yes.
I don't care about this white bitch.
Hashtag justice for Suki. Bring her back again. But I was like, all right, the cameo's whatever. But yeah, I remember this is around the time where she was big and they were trying to push her, like, you know, tout her as like the next big thing. I mean, she was around the time she's pretty big. But they were trying to make her like, wow, she's gonna be a big artist. You'll be on the lookout for her, but it didn't work out. Unfortunately, but it's okay. She's with Tessa Thompson now. She's good. She's doing fine. But it was cool to see her again.
Hey man, good for him. You know,
good for her. Good for her, Rita. But apparently, I mean, we actually have a racist movie. Like, what? She's back. What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you guys the question, but I'm gonna give my opinions on this race. It's not the strongest race. It's kind of lackluster for me.
Not at all.
It's not exciting. I mean, it's better than last movie's race. Last movie's race was bad. I didn't really like that race from Fast Five. I didn't really like that race. But in here, it's a better race. It gets ridiculous with the whole he's driving backwards, but she's also looking at her tentatively.
Oh yeah.
Who is this ambiguous race? Who is he? He's
so muscular and so baldy, like Mr.
He's
Clean.
He's so good at driving. He's such a good driver. Boy, the race itself. I just became Lucas Black for a moment there. The race. I just became Lucas Black for a little second. I think the race itself pretty lackluster. Like I said, I didn't really like the race. It's like, wow. Lin. It's very disappointed. Justin Lin, who did one of the best races in this franchise with his first movie, each race since then has been pretty shit. Wow, Justin Lin, you just did not care anymore about races, or what happened to that talent you had, man? You give us some good races, and now, we don't care about the races. It's kind of disappointing.
Well, yeah, they abandoned the races. So, you know, it's more about the action, the fighting. You know, they really want you to know it's about family. The family. So I mean, it's an okay scene. I would rather watch that scene over the fourth one with that race. I would never watch that again. I would rather watch this one again. At least I could follow what was happening, and there was a point to it. I'm like,
the race was a little better. It's a little better to follow. Yeah. But I don't know. What do you think about the race, Henry? I didn't hear your opinions on it.
It's okay, but I think now that you mentioned it, I think when the first action scene when Dom was chasing Letty when he saw her, and and that's before he shot her. I find that Justin Lin, especially in the third movie, the driving scenes are better because they're more like chase scenes. Because drifting is more like you're chasing someone, trying to pass them, versus like just straight up racing. So I find that when it's just like a straight up outright race, it is weaker, and the whole driving backwards thing and keeping up with someone driving forwards is always dumb to me. It's like, no, if you're driving forwards, you're always gonna be faster than someone driving backwards. It's just that's not how cars work. And it's like,
But see, we're thinking too much.
I mean, it's okay. Like when they're driving through the streets and actually like drifting around, like the people in the cars, like that's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think it's as good as a race as some of the other earlier movies.
Yeah, it's pretty. They just don't care at this point. Even Justin Lin's like, I did some good races in Tokyo Drift. I don't have to put much effort in these upcoming ones, so it's kind of disappointing. It's like, oh, we actually got a race because last time we only have one race that they kind of teased, and then we're like, nope, we're taking that shit away from you. So it's like, at least they put a race in here, but it was pretty shit. I didn't know. It's disappointing, very disappointing. But I love Dominic's line like, this is saying from where I'm from. Show me how you ride, and I'll show you who you are. And I was like, man, I mean, these guys, I don't know where they're from LA, but car culture is a fucking religion in this point. It's like, who the hell says that? Like, show me how you ride, and I'll show you who you are. Like, what? Nobody says that.
I wasn't talking about racing there.
Oh,
no, it's about family. No. I thought I was going to say one thing, but it's not.
It's like, I love how they always try to implement car culture into life philosophies and lessons and shit. Like, what? Come on, man. It's too much for me. But it's funny. This is stupid as hell. But Dom reuniting with Letty, I actually kind of liked it. Aside from the soap opera lines and dialogue they were saying and the melodramatic music.
Come on, man.
And shit.
You didn't feel the love?
I didn't feel the love, man. But I did. I mean, I like this the reunion, but I love how it's like, the scar was from you were on the beach and you gotta scrape yourself in the belly. In the
Your
reef.
face is as beautiful as my family.
Scar. She's like, what about this scar, Dom? What is that scar? It's like, that scar. I don't remember that scar. Where's that scar from? I don't remember. I was with another woman that night. I don't remember that. So I was like, oh, I was with Nevis that time. I don't remember that. It's like, oh, it's so opera shit, but it's like, it's kind of working for me. I don't know. It's kind of working for me.
I'll say this: Vin Diesel made an attempt to act in the scene. Like, he's making an attempt for sure. Is it great? Fuck no. Is it corny? Hell yes. Am I sold on their love? I mean, I was like, oh, he suddenly cares. Okay, I guess he just does. All right, I'll roll with it.
It's funny. I mean, again, I have to disagree with Danny Dog because he said like he's worse in every movie, but I actually like Vin Diesel in this movie. I thought he was caring and giving a fuck in this movie at least, and that's what that came up. That's how I looked at it. So I think he's pretty good in this movie. What do you think was Dom and Letty's reunion, Henry?
Hold on.
And the soap opera dialogue.
I mean, it was all right. It was definitely like, no, I wouldn't say I hated it or anything. I thought it was just like, okay, the two are getting back together, and can we move back on to the heist team dynamic stuff? Because that's kind of like what this movie's supposed to be, and we kind of brought them together pretty early so we can separate them all so they can go on their separate missions and come back.
Right.
Like, it's time to come back. It's time to come back home.
Yeah, like everybody come home. Come back. That's true. I mean, there's some scenes with some characters that I don't like. I'll mention it in a couple minutes. But I love how Owen Shaw, when he shows up, he's the first person to actually mention how crazy Dom's trajectory is. Because I was like, oh, you guys went from stealing DVDs to like now stealing money in Rio. I was like, thank you, man. The first person actually in this universe to mention that, acknowledge that shit. Thank you, man. Thank you. I actually like that stuff. What did you say?
And Owen's like, show him some goddamn respect.
Right, such a respect. Also, I mean, again, Dom, he's so smart that he kind of knew that Haas was gonna follow him and snipe the guy. I'm like, Dom, you're kind of way too confident on your abilities. I don't know how you expected that to happen, but he's always 2 steps ahead of everybody, man. That's who Dominic Toretto is. But I like that scene. It's stupid, but I liked it. but speaking, I was like, every family that we sent to show, like, oh wait, my brother Dom is in trouble. We gotta help him. I gotta go. It's like I sense trouble from a family member. We have to follow him. It's so dumb.
The family sign.
The family sign. Go help him. But speaking of Owen, man, the scenes between Owen and Letty are so uninteresting to me. I do not care. Every time they talk, just themselves, I just don't care.
There was a movie going on. What?
It's like, I mean, man, it's just one of those scenes to end. I appreciate them in a sense to kind of flesh them both together, like individually, but it's just
Okay.
what a movie just stalls to me. Oh god.
So I have a side question. How come this dude is like a billionaire, like criminal, yet the place that he hides away in with them is like the most disgusting rundown shit. There's like dirt every fucking where. It's like, oh, he's got all this money, but apparently he can't get a nice place.
Because that's where you least expect him, man. Yeah, that's where you least expect him to be. You know, expect him to be in a high-rise apartment in London, man.
I mean, at least hire a maid or something, man. Come on.
Yeah, everything's like fucked up in that weird. I don't know where the hell where were they? I don't know. They were like a weird.
Yeah, they never explained
lair
that
or something. I don't know. Some weird area they were in, but
my secret lair.
My secret lair. But I was like, all right, that's what it is. But yeah, those scenes. Every time they talk just to each other, I'm like, don't care.
Oh my god, yeah.
I like Tedge's contact name for Hobbs and his phone number, his telephone, Samoan Thor. That's kind of funny. That's pretty funny. I also love how.
Oh yeah,
Samoan Thor.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of Marvel references in here. Yeah, there's a
right, like even
actually
way before Thor was a thing. Like as we know him now, that's kind of cool. I like that stuff. I like that. I love how there's one scene where Hobbs is completely shaved his face, and the next scene he has his goatee back. I'm like, all right, that's continuity for you. That's pretty cool. There you go.
Oh, come on. You taped it back on.
He's like, all right, I guess I'll go back to shooting for this one scene. Oh, I guess I go. Do I have to put a fake goatee? No. All right, I'll just do this one scene. I'll come back. But all right, let's talk about one of the biggest set pieces of the movie. I mean, what did you guys think about this giant scene? Did you guys like it? Is it lackluster? Is it badass? What do you guys think about this sequence of the bridge?
We're talking about the bridge, right?
Yeah, the bridge and the tanks. Shit.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's a mixed bag, I think, for me. Whereas like some of the parts were really cool. I think mainly. Yeah, it's a mixed bag for me because I think some of the car stunts and stuff are cool when they're bobbing and weaving through traffic. And like even when the tank comes out and they're like shooting the tank and it's like blowing up bridges, I'm like, okay, this is cool. I think it's when the scene starts to lose me is when they start car hopping. At that point, once Tyrese does the car hop, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. And then the ultimate one was like, that's just,
of course,
that was just dumb. was Vin Diesel's Superman?
Yes.
And
oh my god.
Yeah, when that happened, I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
bitch, how'd you do that?
Yeah, that part like really took me out, and I remember it took me out in the movie when I initially saw this in the theater. It was like,
I'll mention that. But what do you think of the whole sequence, Andy? Did you like the sequence? Was it exhilarating?
I think I'm in the similar spot. I'm very mixed on it because parts of it I'm like, okay, it's fun, you know, they're like, you know, trying to get this thing and they're trying to get this truck, you know, and you know, all that stuff. And then the tank comes out and it's like, oh man, oh shit. And you know, Ludacris gets a funny line in there with the plane. Yes. Oh, we need this CDB. That was funny. I was like, okay, that's funny. But again, the movie loses me when all of a sudden, I'm like, why are we? No, you're not gonna jump from car to car. Oh no.
Yeah.
And not to mention, even back then, when I watched the movie, I'm like, this shit is clearly fake. When you're looking at it, that's CGI.
Yeah.
That's not real. And now it still doesn't look any better in HD. It looks fake as hell. It is stupid. It is dumb, and I don't love it.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Not to mention, it's hyper unrealistic. The fact that how did he even know? Oh, well, they just magically say, "Oh, he didn't know." I'm like, no.
No.
You can't do that. You can just jump off the hood of a car onto another hood, grab somebody else.
Yeah, it's like, so you were just prepared to die with Letty. That's pretty much what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And then magically, no scars, nothing.
No. Oh, fuck. Well, it gets worse later. But I love that. It's like, how did you know? I love the faith. Okay.
I laughed my ass off.
Kind of like what you're saying, Harry. It's like he was willing to die for this girl. Like, all right. I respect. I mean, you want to die for her? That's cool. At least you care. I mean, I don't know. Because again, it's like flip flops. You care about her, you don't care about her. You care about her, you don't care about her. It's here or there. But I guess
there's a blonde girl. What?
I'm surprised I'm in the minority because I thought this action sequence was awesome, man. It was like, I remember thinking before I rewatched it again, I remember thinking this is one of the best sequences of the franchise because, like, man, anytime they introduce a tank into a chase sequence is fucking 10 times awesome. Like, fuck yeah, man. It reminds me of like Uncharted 4 or something like that. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm into this. This is cool. Oh, yeah. This is, I love that shit. It's like, yes, like they're chasing this tank. I'm like, I like it. It gets to ridiculous, awesome levels. Like when Brian jumps off from the debris, he's like, fuck it. And just jumps off from the debris who's, miraculously also is a ramp. So I was like, okay, that happened, but that's cool. That looks awesome. But also goes to hilarious, but I don't know if it's good, like what you said, Dom saving Letty. Man, I remember watching in the theater, people lost their collective shit. People were like, get the fuck out of here. Everybody's like, nah, man, this is stupid. People, I remember people, like, because I'm in the theater, because, in that scene, like, they cut the audio off. I'm like, is this, like, intense moment? Like, oh my God, is he going to save her or what? What's going to happen? I remember you can hear everybody like, get the fuck out of here. Like, nah, Dom he's Superman now too? What the hell? Like, he's sort of...
Power of family.
He sort of, managed to maneuver this car by itself to go to the side of the bridge and save her. Oh my God. But
Yeah, he played a lot of Fallout, man. He's just like...
I love it, man. It's so stupid, but I love it. Because, again, he falls in that car... and he's fine. He broke the glass, but he's fine. No scrapes in the back of his shirt or he's bleeding.
See, that's what the gloves are for, man. That's what they're for.
Those gloves, man. Letty's fine. Letty's not discombobulated. She's fine. I'm like, wow, dude.
I love you.
I know, man. I thought
can't move.
She was cool. The stuff with Helen and Giselle was pretty fun. I love Ted's reaction when he sees the tank. He's like, oh fuck! This is not part of the plan. What the hell are we gonna do? I love his general reaction there. Like Ludacris actually did pretty good putting his face. I'm like, the fuck. So that was pretty cool. That's also where the theater lost their shit. It was like, a tank is in this movie. What the hell? I also I love how Dom finally in these action set pieces he cares about people because he mentions like, hey, make the tank go away from the people, please. Like. Where were you in Fast 5 when you were crushing people with a giant safe? Or in 4 when you were like about to run over people in the race in Los Angeles? It's like, no, now you care about people. Like, make sure the tank stays away from people. Like, all right, now you're heroes, I guess. But Roman stuff, I do like the parts where you have to hop from cars. I like that stuff, but it's just I hate how it's so convenient now. We see this tank crushing cars like that, like paper, for 2 minutes, and Roman's car miraculously does not get crushed. He just gets a little, he's stuck in the tank. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, he would have got fucked. But so I'm gonna walk back my statement. I thought this scene was a mixed bag, but I like this action scene better than the final action scene. So I will at least say that.
Really? Wow. All right.
Really because this is shot during the day and we can at least see what's happening.
That's true. That's yeah. There's some stuff in the final sequence that's true. But I don't know. I like some of the stuff here. Like for example, I love seeing Brian and Roman back together in the car doing some stuff action together because we haven't seen them do that since the second movie. So I was like, oh, I forgot this dynamic. This is cool. But yeah, that whole like, oh, Roman's car is stuck in the tank. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like we saw this tank crush cars with people on them flat like that. And Roman's car just happens to be the one that's we're stuck. That's stupid. And also the whole like, oh, the cars like the anchor and make the tank flip. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Really? That's whatever. I don't know if maybe I don't know my physics too well, but that doesn't look like it's plausible to me. But whatever. But yeah, for this
maybe
it's like before this point, it's where I thought this movie was just okay. I wasn't into it that much. I was like, this movie's just okay. I'm kind of disappointed by this movie, but once this action set piece started, I was so into it. The movie just got better and better, in my opinion. I mean, Brian and Letty having a moment. We've never seen that before. Cramming more Tokyo Drift references. Oh, there's more on this third act. I'm like, fuck, dude. I mean, that moment they had with Giselle, like, oh, we just settled down. Like, what about Tokyo? I'm like, how many times are we gonna bring that up in this franchise? We get it. You want to settle down in Tokyo, man. Like, fuck. You're in that movie. We know. You're in the next movie. Oh, God damn. It was getting on my nerves at that point. Like, stop it, dude. Stop it. I love Dom's line, like, apparently the words amnesty and pardon. I wasn't born with those words. I'm like, they weren't there the day.
No one is.
Like, wow, okay. Like, you kind of knew you're gonna be a reckless piece of shit when you were a kid, huh? I love how Owen is so smart that he knew before we knew that Gina Carano was a piece of shit. He knew that for the whole time. He knew the whole time that Gina Carano was a bad person. He knew the whole time. He knew before the Mandalorian.
Who's this woman you speak of? I don't know who this woman is.
He knew before 2020 that Gina Carano was a piece of shit. She's a bad person to mess with. Don't mess with Gina Carano. So that was kind of cool. I mean, the twist itself, I remember the movie. Okay. I remember the movies, and the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, what? Gina Carano is a bad person? What? I don't remember. This is crazy. What? I thought she was cool. I'm disappointed. But yeah, after this time around, I was like, it is what it is. All right, she's a bad guy now. All right. Okay, cool. Did you think anything about the twist, Henry? Were you surprised and shocked about this character being a bad guy? No.
I'm not really a big fan of the surprise villain reveal stuff for a lot of movies. And usually when it happens, I'm a fan of it happening earlier in the movie so that the betrayal will say, okay, now they have to deal with it instead of, oh, there's only 20, 25 more minutes in the movie, so I guess.
Yeah.
I think especially since the whole, oh, you're going to let me walk out of here because I have Mia type of thing was dumb. Because it's like, okay, so you care so much about Mia that one, you left her, and then two, you're going to endanger how many people's lives by letting him walk out with that piece he
yeah,
needs?
right. Right. Because I love even the captain brings it up like, wait, this doesn't justify killing thousands of millions upon thousands of people. And what are you doing? And I don't know. And Hobbs like his response is like, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, well, really? I mean, I get it. You know, Mia's, she's important. I get it. But
Yeah.
are we gonna do this right now?
Family, but
yeah, especially Hobbs, dude. Like Hobbs, you're supposed to be like, the officer, the cop of this franchise. They're sacrificing people's lives for one life. That's a message that for people to learn from. That's stupid.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like a very good commentary in the police industry.
Right? Right. It's like, just for one person. Fuck the rest
all
of us.
cops are bastards.
Right? Cops are bastards. But yeah, the twist itself, think about it now. It's just like came out of nowhere. Like, I guess Gina Carano's a bad guy now. Yeah, why not? Sure. We'll make her fight Letty again. But this time, in that fight, we want to make sure you're on Letty's side now. because we're not Gina
yeah.
Carano style anymore. So I was like, all
Mm-mm.
right, that's
Mm-mm.
what it is. And of course, the bait and switch thing, like, hey, babe, you're coming with me, and they they still on Letty for a while. Like, oh, does he mean Letty? No, it's Gina Carano. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of figured that though.
Yeah, stupid. But the winner so far for the worst line of the franchise for me, it's that's not a plane, that's a planet.
I kind of blocked that out when I was watching the movie. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't remember that line.
Bro.
no, I heard it. I kind of just ignored it. I just was
Dude,
like, yeah, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
It was, oh my god! It's like when they see the plane, Ludacris is like, "Oh, it's the plane! What the hell? They got a plane!" And he's like, "That's not a plane. That's a planet." And I'm like, wow, Roman has just the worst lines in this movie, and this is by far the worst line I've heard in any of these movies. I mean, Mission of Freaking Insanity is close, is almost there. This line was garbage, man. Like, fuck. Wow. That's
See, that
not
was the
even
characterization of how big the plane was. The plane
is a planet. Like,
you know,
bro, I mean, you could have done
huge.
anything. You could have made a much funnier line. I mean, this is not even funny at all. But you could have.
Or just not say the line at all. Period.
Oh yeah,
Like,
not say a line. Just say like, "Wow, we're on a plane. This is crazy." That enough would have been like realistic. Like, "Oh my god, it's a fucking plane. This is crazy." But oh my god, I mean,
or something of, "Oh, it's as big as." You could have been like that at least.
Right?
There's a
Yeah,
template for that at least.
Oh, but see, but if Roman's gonna say it's as big as, it would have been like, "It's just as big as my dick." And I'm like, oh, we get it. You have a good
I wouldn't
penis,
have wanted that.
Roman.
No.
We get it. I don't want to hear that. So I rather would have heard "it's a planet" line than that. But holy shit! I mean, let's talk about this final set piece. I know that
yes.
Henry, you do not like it. Tell us why. What did you not like?
Oh.
This huge set piece. Why?
So because when you walked away, and I mentioned I kind of walked back my statements. Like I actually like the bridge scene more than the plane scene.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because that scene is shot during the day and is more coherent.
Okay.
Because this scene is not as coherent, and there's a lot more going on in terms of people fighting over here, people fighting over here. Like you see someone throw a punch and one inside the plane, and you see someone else throw a punch like outside the plane, like on the Jeeps, and you're kind of like figuring out what exactly they're supposed to do, like what they're supposed to hit. And every time they looked to like shoot the gun to like hit something on the airplane, like the wing, you never could quite see what they were trying to aim at.
Yeah.
They were missing apparently, but it's like you couldn't quite tell that they're missing because it was just like it was dark, you know, the stuff is whizzing by, and it's just like this is not coherently like put together. And I think that's what it was. I think that's what was bugging me, because it's like half the time I couldn't tell what was actually happening, like what was actually happening. Like even if it was like dumb, at least I could see that something is dumb. It's like I don't even know what they're doing. They're driving on this impossibly long runway, and
the longest runway in the world.
And yeah, and you know, yeah. I mean, there was some cool fighting, especially inside the plane, but it was just they had too many moving parts. I think that's what it was.
Okay. I do agree with your point. Like that one part where Brian's shooting the hook, like I guess the motor or whatever. I could not tell what was going on. I was like, what? Where's he shooting? Like, what is he looking at? What is he even trying to shoot at? That was confusing for me, because I mean the plan itself was never clear in the first place. We don't know why they're doing this. So like, oh, they're shooting the wings, I guess. We didn't mention this before, so okay, we're doing that. But yeah, I maybe some parts are it was a little dark, but I don't know. I loved it. I think for me, this is like the best set piece of the franchise so far, because there's a lot of moving pieces. I mean, those moving pieces that you don't maybe think is too much. I loved it because I mean, we see stuff outside, see stuff inside the plane, like the combat fights, shootouts outside and inside the plane. I love that shit, dude. That shit was awesome. What do you think of the set piece, Andy? Do you like it?
So I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely a guilty pleasure for me, because you know it's like, oh my god, it gets to the point where Vin Diesel decides to come out of the plane when it's all burning up. But like, as far as like the action I mean, my one criticism would be the one that you guys have said already, which is like, obviously when they're outside, when they're trying to shoot the harpoon, you can't see shit. But regardless of that, I mean, I still had a lot of fun with the fighting scenes and all that. But then there's the obvious scene that comes up with Giselle.
Oh God! Oh, like we
Wonder
didn't
where
expect
she
this to
is.
happen. Oh my God! Damn. I
He
mean,
didn't make it.
she didn't make it. Oh yeah. Well,
She just
we'll
like
talk about
fell
that.
into the abyss. She just into the dark and she just disappears. Just fade
Yeah,
away.
dude.
Fade to black.
Oh my God! I mean, yeah, I'll mention that. I mean, the fight with Riley and Letty, that's why I mentioned, is way better in this sequence. I think it's super. It's like more brutal. I'm like, holy shit!
Wrong team,
damn.
bitch.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wrong team, bitch, boom! I'm like, oh shit! And then she disappears.
That was really brutal. I was like, what the fuck?
It was.
Yeah, it was like, damn! Like with a hook gun. Like, all right, that's kind of cool. And what I also love about this sequence is that everyone has something to do. Even Mia is in the sequence and she's driving, like pretty fucking badass. I'm like, that's cool. She's doing something. Everybody's doing something, fighting different areas. I love the stuff with Roman, like that scene where they're like their cars are both together, but also trying to get squished by the wheel of the plane. That was pretty exhilarating. That shit looked really good to me. It's like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. This is where Roman was shutting the fuck up. So I like that shit. I like that. That was pretty cool.
When you're quiet, I like you.
Yeah, right. When you're quiet, it's good. So I like it. And again, even in this sequence, they still foreshadow the fuck out of Giselle dying, because that's when Han says, like, you be careful. And she's like, God. And when she says, this is who we are, I'm like, oh, I get it. You're going to die, Giselle. Just get to it already. God damn. And I mean,
Han.
Poor
Han.
Han, man. Fuck. And
It doesn't get any better from here.
doesn't get better from here. I mean, Dom super slamming that dude, that giant guy. That fight was pretty cool.
Whoa!
That was cool. Like, ah!
Oh my God. That flying headbutt.
Yeah. I love when he's like,
Just
Brian,
like,
baby bro's in trouble. Ah! Dude, it was so out of WWE. It's like, what the hell is going on right now? This is so
I mean, it
great.
makes
I love
sense.
it.
They got wrestlers in there. So
Yeah, they got the wrestlers in there. Oh my God. And the biggest wrestling move is later on with that double slam. Bro, that shit was beautiful. When like Rock, was it The Rock lifts that guy up and Don was like, oh no, wait. Don lifts that guy up and then The Rock is like, boom. I was like, fuck yeah, man. Beautiful filmmaking, cinema masterpiece right there. I love the shit out of that. I mean, it was so good. And yes, Giselle, after all that setup, finally dies. Not saying like finally, like I'm relieved. I'm just saying like, wow, they just foreshadow the fuck out of it. It's like, no.
Well, you could say she's not a Wonder Woman.
Oh, she's not a Wonder.
boo.
It's just, man, I think it was handled not the best, because it's weird how they kept making Han and Giselle in this whole movie like Matrix John Woo style. Like Giselle's always floaty. Giselle's always floaty in slow motion action with a gun, foo and shit. Like, bro, what is going on with her in this movie? It's so weird. Especially in this final part when she goes in slow motion. Boom, 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 like, and she goes to the void, and I was like, wait a minute, like, all right, it's like, where's this void? I was like, wait a minute, they're close to the road, they're close to the pavement, so where's this void going to? I was like, what? This is so dumb as hell.
It's flat. That's what happened.
She's like,
That's a long airway.
but they were on the ground, so where's this void that she's going to? It's so stupid. But I also thought that she didn't have to die like that. She literally could just pull the gun out with one hand and be like, babe, go right. Boom, boom, boom. You got him. Like, do you have to let go both hands to get the gun? Stupid. Estúpido.
Yeah, I completely missed the scene where she died. I'm like, oh, she died?
Oh, you what? You missed
Okay.
that scene? What?
Okay.
How you missed that
Please,
scene? It was like
because-
right there. It was
All the stuff
pivotal.
that
for the
happens
plot.
inside the plane is better.
Exactly.
That's true. And it's just the death itself. I mean, we don't see a lot of Han and Giselle in this movie, but somehow I still felt her death. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Poor Han. I mean, Han's reaction Han's reaction was kind of cool. I like him getting revenge on this dude. He's like, ah, like boom, 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 just kill that guy. I mean, threw the guy to the fucking engine. Was like, fuck you, like, boom, just blew that engine. Like, wow.
Oh, and then I
nice.
didn't miss that scene. Okay, I remember that now. But I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Shit.
It's just
Thinking about it, I'm like,
go to the void.
huh?
Didn't see Giselle go to the giant void in the
Fade to
street.
black.
That outside scene, you could barely make out what's going on.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
Barely.
that's true. That's true. But somehow, even if we don't see much of this relationship in these movies, I still kind of felt her death. I'm like, oh. I mean, I wasn't
Didn't you
upset
feel
about it.
bad?
Yeah, I didn't feel too bad. I was
Because,
like,
like,
oh man.
You feel low bad because he's like, you know, you have
Giselle.
Giselle.
you have like a major action movie, and you have this Asian American actor who actually gets, you know, an actual like love interest and, you know, an actual life, because you never really see that happen actually often. Then he loses her and it's like, bro.
Yeah.
Well, the end of the
I
movie's
feel
like,
you.
yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that. Oh man, I was like, that sucks. I mean, Han cannot get a good life, man. From the beginning, his life has just been shit. I mean, wow. I mean, one question: do you? Because so far you haven't done this. I'm surprised you haven't done this. But do you think Giselle can be back at some point? I mean, maybe not now with what's going on with Gal Gadot, what she did recently. So maybe they're like, yeah, maybe scratch that plan. But besides that, do you think maybe
I gotta stop thinking.
right? Maybe she could.
I don't
be
see why
back?
not. They could do it. I mean, I don't see
Because
why
I mean,
not.
dude, Owen's death, it's the same death that Giselle had. So if he survived that for the next movie, why can't she? That's doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like Owen Shaw is thrust into the pavement, and you see his body hitting the ground, like really, really badly, and somehow he survives in the next movie. And he's completely fine. So if he can make it, why can't she? But so far they haven't attempted to bring her back at all. So I don't know. It's strange, but it's just I don't know, it's so dumb. But she could be back. I don't know. Maybe she's back in Fast 9. Who knows? Maybe she has a surprise cameo in there. We don't know. We'll stay tuned for that. But I don't know. Her death, pretty sad. A little bit, but it's just it sucks. I mean, what do you guys think of Han in this movie? Do you guys like Han in this movie? Could get better.
So I think he gave a good performance. I think the problem is you know, he's there, he's in the background, he's there, and he gets some scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like they really give him enough screen time. That's the problem. I don't feel like he gets enough.
Yeah,
He's there, and I love him when he's there, but like he's kind of just, you know, left to go, I'm Han, I'm cool, I eat food.
You're right.
I did like that scene though with him and Tyrese, where like Tyrese grabs the food.
Yeah, I gotta get some chips.
That's
Oh.
pretty funny actually. But yeah,
Is it-
they just don't give him enough screen time. They just don't.
No, they don't really. I was kind of disappointed by it. It's like, I mean, he still has a lot of stuff to do. I mean, he has a big action sequence in the subway, so at least they give him something to do. But it's true. It's like, wow, Hans doesn't have much of to do as a character in this movie. That's odd, but I still liked him in the movie. And in general, because I mean, this is the last time we see Han in his movies till Fast 9. So,
Or is
but I will say I liked his character in the whole franchise. I do think he was cool, fun character to watch. He's always cool and slick. He's almost like Cowboy Bebop kind of guy. You know, I like him. He's pretty cool. So I really liked him. So I remember when he finally died, it was one of those like, oh man, like I will miss Han because it was cool to see him. It's a character that I didn't expect to like that much. But since you brought him back, I fell in love with his character. So now you take him away because you have to. I was like, oh man, that's disappointing. But I'm glad they're bringing him back. What do you think of Han in this movie, Henry, and in the franchise? What do you think of him?
I feel mostly the same. Like I think people like him because he's like this laid back guy who's just like the guy who's it's just cool to be around him because he's just chill. He's just down for whatever. It's just like whatever. I mean, if y'all want to go rob this bank, okay, I'm going too. Let's do it. And I think he doesn't get enough screen time. It's the same problem with a lot of the other characters. It's just too many plot lines and too many characters to follow that just some people just get the short end of the stick. We get more Rock, but we lose some Roman, we lose some Tej. We pretty much completely lose Mia until the third act. and Han and Zell gets some time, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I like his character and I wish I saw more since, before, 7 and for like 8, 9, we didn't know if he was coming back because we knew that, this was right before 3. So it was just it's a little disappointing. It was like, we knew this character was supposed to die. So it'd be nice to see more of him.
Yeah.
Really get more of his personality and everything.
Yeah. And hopefully this new movie, I hope they do some more stuff with him. I hope. I mean, you would think they would. I mean, I hope. I don't know. We'll see how his return is.
No, it's all going to go to Lucas Black,
Yeah. Shit. But I saw an interview of him today, and I didn't know he actually spoke like that. He actually speaks like Shane Bothwell. I'm like, wow.
Apparently, he's like...
He is the character.
I
was like, he is the character.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. But
I mean, that explains why he's on NCIS. Not New Orleans.
the same voice. So I was like, oh, is he typecasted or is he actually just that's his voice? So it's like, all right, that's cool. But hopefully his return is good. But yeah, I remember this is like the bittersweet ending to his character because I'm like, oh man, we won't see him ever again. This had to happen. So it was upsetting. But I was like, man, I like this character overall. I do think he was cool. And Giselle, she has improved a lot since her first appearance. Because again, in that first movie, she was all about Dom. I'm like, Dom, I want to fuck Dom so much. I'm like, ugh, whatever. And then in the last movie, she got a little better. And this movie, she didn't have much to do, in my opinion, but she was a little better. So at the end of the day, I do like her character, but just they didn't give her much to do. I guess you guys agree with that statement, right? She don't have much to do as a character, so...
Yeah, I mean, Gal Gadot just wasn't given much to do here.
No.
She is sure better than Fast and Furious, where she's literally like, I want to fuck you. Oh, you don't want it, but I want it. And here it's like, she's a love interest with Han, and I appreciate that. But, again, she's just not given much to do beyond that.
No.
She's there. I guess she's with the team. I don't know. It still makes the part confusing where she it's like, oh, Brago. And I'm like, wait. So what? Yeah, your character doesn't make a lot of sense, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to think about it too much.
And you know what? It would have been better to flesh out that character because, her boss was Braga. So why? It would have been better if they actually involved with that storyline this movie. Like, oh shit, Braga could have talked to her and be like, oh, you betrayed me. What the fuck? Nope, you didn't do that.
That's why that whole storyline was dumb.
Yep.
I don't know how they would have done that, though. That's the thing.
Because that's true. I mean, they could have brought her in there.
Out.
Or cut the ball.
They could have snuck her in there, yeah.
Yeah, cut that
they
part
like,
out. Just or get Braga outside for a couple minutes. I don't know, but it's like they set that up like it was meaningful to her, but nothing was resolved for that. So like that was really a waste of time, a wasted opportunity to flesh that character out. But at this time, they were not even thinking about this shit. They were like, female characters, they're badass, and that's it. We're done. All right, that's our female character. That's our status quo. I don't know. It's very disappointing. But overall, glad to see her in these movies. Just wish they could have done more with her. We mentioned it, Andy. Dom's escape from the plane. Beautiful.
I mean, if you can't accept that, then you're not going to be in on the rest of the series.
I love it. I was just like, "Where's Dom? Dominic, where is he?"
Just defying physics and everything. He's like, "I'm out."
Oh, shit.
So gracefully.
Dude, I love how his car conveniently flips away from the plane crash. I'm like, of course he does, because that's Dominic Toretto. That's that luck to him. And I love that reveal, like, oh my god, is he dead? Did he not make it? Oh my god. And then he put that dramatic music, and you see Dom coming from the ashes in the fire, like, dun, 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 dun. Like, oh my god, he's there. His shirt is still clean.
This is Brazil.
This is Brazil. He's still alive. His shirt is just a little bit dirty, but he's not even bloody. He's fine. He's so good. It's like, wow, Dom is okay. Dude, I found it so fucked up how they care more about is Dom dead than where's Giselle? It's like, wow, dude, that's just nobody even thought about where's Giselle until Mia was like, oh, wait a minute, where's Giselle? I'm like, oh man. I mean, I did like that scene where Mia finds out and then they hug Han and they were like, oh, it's okay. Han's like, bro, my feelings, man. It's in the you're making me feel. It's so I thought it was sweet. I thought it was sweet. And then they still play Bandolero's song. It's like the unofficial theme song of this movie. They've been playing it 3 times already in this franchise.
Tokyo
like,
Drift,
right.
Fast and Furious, in this movie. Yeah, 3.
And in this movie, so it's like whenever they have a barbecue, play Bandoleros, man, because everybody's together. Oh my god, my dog's acting up. Shit. Yeah, so Bandoleros song. It's like when they're having barbecue, they need to play that song, man, because you know they're gonna have a good time. As the end of the movie, we need to play that song, and they sort of. Oh, what do you mean?
It's not the end. It's not the
end.
Yeah.
Well, the end of the day. It's the end of their adventure for this one time. And we'll be come back later. But I like how they sort of retcon Han's explanation for going to Tokyo. Because it's like, and I even watched the scene again. It's like, oh, wait, so why is he in Tokyo? Let me watch the scene again. He's like, oh, because this is my Mexico. And I was like, all right, that's sort of I was like,
really
this sort of
that?
Yeah, he said that. He's like, it's like my Mexico. And it's like, all right, that sort of makes sense because you know he's running away from his past and running away from Giselle, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time, he was going to Tokyo because he wanted to stay with her in there. So whatever.
Yeah.
Continuity, man.
Well.
It's not.
Oh, well.
Doesn't work completely. And then we get the funniest scene for me, which was Roman's line of like, hey Mia, better hide your baby oil. He's like, better hide your big ass forehead. It's like, oh, that was pretty funny. I like that stuff. And apparently, you guys didn't know that, like, that reaction from Ludacris was actually genuine. He actually laughed at shit because The Rock's line was improvised. So
yeah.
I was about to say he picked up a drink and he was like,
yeah, he's like,
I heard about that.
So I was like, cool. I was like, that is cool. I like that. And Teresa's reaction was pretty genuine. I was like, oh man, that's not uncalled for. So I like that shit. That was the comedy that kind of worked for me. I really like that. So I was like, oh, Dom's like, shit, my ex is here. Hey, this is Lady. She's my new girlfriend. She's my ex. She's back. So Neves, it was good. You don't have to leave. By the way, you can stay with me. I love how he had the balls to say like, "Hey, Neves, you don't have to leave. You know, you can be part of the family." Neves is like, "Nah, bro, I'm out. This is too awkward. Like my family's the police. Yeah, right. The police is my family. Okay, I'm not gonna be this part of this weird triangular love connection thing we're doing. Nah, I'm out. Deuces. I'm out." So that sounds like pretty funny. It's awkward, man. It's like. They set up this new love interest, but they also bring her past love interest back in the same movie. It's so weird. It's like, why are we doing this? But whatever. And also, why is Hobbs and Dom always got to be standoffish the whole time, every time they're talking to each other? Like, dude, that scene when they're in their garage, they're not even looking at each other, talking over their ear.
Yeah.
Dom and Toronto. I'll see you next time.
We are masculine and men.
Oh, I won't look at you. So I was like, is this
I'm
where
the alpha. No,
it's like
alpha.
My gender identity is confusing.
It's so weird. It's like, is this when they were kind of not liking each other?
I guess the movie is implying that. I don't know.
Right?
I think it was 7.
I think it was 7, right? Because like,
but like he still lets him go.
Yeah, because even these past 2 movies, they're always like, oh, I'm better than you, Rod, but no, I'm better than you, Vin Diesel. I'm like, this dynamic of like who's more macho than the other is so tiring. Like, bro, I get it. Why can't you both just be badasses and that's it? It's not a big deal.
But he's a criminal.
Toxic masculinity, man. Toxic masculinity is so bullshit. But I just thought that's so stupid. And at the end, Roman has a prayer. You know, we gotta handle the prayer. We gotta do that.
And then,
but I also found out fucked up how he doesn't mention Giselle in the prayer whatsoever. It's like, hey, I'm thankful for cars. I'm thankful for the family. We have baby Jack in here. Oh, Giselle. Oh shit, right. Giselle. I'm sorry, man. I forgot about Giselle. So I was like, that's fucked up, man. She's part of the family. You guys forgot about her already?
Nah, man. Han's a man. He can move on.
Then Han was like, dude, you see Han's drinking Corona, sad in the corner, like.
That's right.
Like,
He is doing that.
He's doing it the whole time. And Roman didn't even try to put that in the prayer for him. At least for him. No, just fuck yourself. Like, oh,
Yeah, they
man,
really put prayer to the side in this movie. Not until like the very end.
The very
where
end.
In, like the other movies, it's like every movie they gotta stop the movie.
Yeah,
prayer time.
And the ending was like, it wasn't a bad.
They played
ending.
Ludacris at the end, and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, all right.
I just love how the camera pans out, and it's a voice over from Tyrese Gibson. It's just like, we're done. I was like, all right, that's the movie.
Play that Usher part of the song for the rest of my life.
Like, oh, that's how we end the movie. And of course, the mid-credit scene. That dude.
Oh yeah.
This
reference city.
Oh my god, this for me was the mid-credit scene. I think the best one of the franchise because I didn't expect this to happen. I just remember sitting in the theater, and then we see the scene from Tokyo Drift. I'm like, wait, what's going on? You're gonna kill him off now in this movie? Like, okay, shit. And then Jason Statham comes out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? Like Jason. I mean, they didn't announce this shit, right? This is like a hidden secret.
Oh, that was not announced.
No, it wasn't. It was just like, what the?
Yeah. Like Jason Statham.
Yeah.
What? So that was pretty cool. And also, I forgot to mention how when Owen Shaw meets Dawn for the first time, how he mentions his brother. So I don't know if they planned this out or it's just another happy accident.
I think so. Yeah, they had planned it out at that point, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah,
because in this
the
scene
movies were two years apart.
Okay.
So they had to.
Because in this scene, Jason Statham doesn't say anything about my brother. He just says like, hey, you don't know me, but I'm gonna fuck your shit up, Dom. So it was a cool mystery. Like watching it now, it's like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. We don't know why he killed Han, what's going on. But I just remember everybody freaked the fuck out. Like Jason Statham is in Fast and the Furious. What? Like, and he's the villain of this franchise. What? So I kind of like that. I don't know. It was cool.
I do.
I mean, we kind of do see like I can see how Han can survive now because we don't see him die. It's just we see the car explode. How is he gonna get out? I don't know. But okay, that's kind of cool.
I don't know, man. They made it pretty clear. They were like, okay, he's supposed to be dead because he's in the car and he's making sure he's like, psh, okay.
Oh yeah,
right.
He threw that the rosary was like, wait, how did he get the rosary again? I don't remember. I guess the next movie.
So I don't know how they're gonna explain it. I guess it's just taken.
Yeah, I think the next movie explain it, but it's like, how did he get that? What? But I remember it was crazy. It was a crazy scene. I was like, wow,
it was a body double.
It was a bit of the body double. The extra from Tokyo Drift actually happened to be Jason Statham the whole time. Like, all right, that's what it is. That's cool. So,
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
That was
you
cool.
See, it wasn't really me.
It was me. I was like, that was a cool connection. I really like that stuff. So I can't wait for the next movie because I want to see just Statham kick ass the whole time. Cannot wait for that. So I'll just mention again the female characters. They're more better in this movie. A little better. They have, they're actually presented as badasses, as strong people. We have Lady having a story, but I still fucking hate how, again, they don't have much of a role, or when they are badasses, they still have to be like, oh, she's a badass and sexy. Oh, I'm so turned on. I'm like, oh my fucking god. It's like, I hate that shit. I was like, bro, why can't you just be badass and that's it? Why you got to be the whole like, I'm sexy and thing? Like, oh my gosh, because they're women, you gotta be sexy. Like the whole Gina Carano and thing they did with that guy in the garage. I'm like, oh god.
We missed to talk about the whole part where like, okay, we got through most of the movie. Then when it comes to the race scene, bam, women everywhere.
Oh yeah, women everywhere. It's like
they were like, okay, we got to do one scene. Like,
yeah, we got to do that one scene. Hey, let's not forget where we started. I'm like, oh god, it's just like they're getting better, but there's still a lot more to do here. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. It's like, fuck. I mean, they're doing the right place. They're going somewhere, but shit. I don't know. So I get disappointed with some of those things, but I'm gonna ask. Do you guys have a favorite character in this movie? Because I don't think I have one in this movie. Not even The Rock. I don't like The Rock that much in this movie. No. He's got on my nerves sometimes. I was like, yeah, Roman, not even close to my top 10 list. I fuck that guy. I think my favorite character in this movie would be, um, I guess Riley. Maybe I liked her a lot in this movie. I actually think she was pretty cool, but that's about it. That's about it. That's really my favorite character in this whole movie because I don't know, just the characters in here, they're good. It's just not a lot there to work with. I don't know if you guys agree with me. But I think I don't know. This movie's it's interesting because it's trying to balance these different tones. It's trying to be this big summer blockbuster, but at the same time, it's trying to be a serious, dramatic movie. It didn't work that well for me. But before I get to my final points, I want to say the soundtrack. Does it slap or does it misses? Because I think the soundtrack by
Mostly
the
slaps.
even in the credits, I
Yeah,
was
I would
like,
say it hits.
yeah, I was like, Wiz Khalifa, Ludacris. I think Two Chainz is in there a couple times. I'm like, wow, this.
Mhm.
Didn't really care for the Ti anymore. No,
Oh,
didn't care for that.
and Banderas is
Nah.
here and in this soundtrack again. So it's. I like
Although
the
they
soundtrack.
technically didn't license it out, but yeah, it's in the movie. I mean, it's licensed for the movie, not the soundtrack. They were
Oh,
like, no, we
okay.
can't get that again.
Aw, that sucks. But I don't know. The soundtrack, for the most part, I think it slaps. I guess you guys agree. This is a slap.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty. It's.
It
I
works.
think it's good. And
So yeah,
I think for ranking the villains, this is an interesting one because I was thinking, oh, Owen Shaw, number one, safe. It's a safe bet. Not really. I'm gonna put DK number one because I do think he's a lot fleshed out, even though it's not too much. But I do think he's a lot better character developed. He's very much developed in that movie, so I like. He's more human. He's more human in that movie. So that's why I like them. Owen Shaw is my number two because he's a lot better than most villains. I gotta say, it's not a there's not a lot of competition there. So by default, it's Owen Shaw. Number three is Braga because he's better than most. Carter Verone. Oh no, sorry, Reyes because I thought he was fine. He was cool. Carter Verone. He's ridiculous, but I can't put him that that high on my list. And of course, number five or number six, good old Johnny Tran. Still on my number six list. Could he be in a higher position? Stay tuned for the next episode, Scott. I don't know. Maybe he'll still be in the bottom, asking to return for the franchise. Can I come back, please? Can I come back? I don't think so. But what about you, Henry? What is your ranking of these villains so far? Is Owen Shaw number one?
No.
no. I would probably do the same ranking as you. I would still put DK number one in terms of like best villain, but I would put Owen Shaw higher as number two, only because even though he's not as fleshed out, he is like menacing, where it does feel like when every time he's around, like someone could catch an L, someone could die. Like it's definitely like, okay, he's definitely menacing and he definitely does the job. I would definitely put him above Braga. I would put him above, Verone and who's down there?
Yeah, who's the guy from the first one?
Reyes.
Johnny Tran.
Reyes, like, because Reyes is not really given much to do. He's just there to be a generic, businessman who just owns,
Rio.
most of Rio. So
Yeah.
I was same ranking as you.
Okay. What about you, Andy? Same ranking? Does Braga become number one?
No.
No,
I think
come on.
we're definitely gonna go with DK number one. Sorry, we're gonna be specific. Owen Shaw number two, because then that gets confusing. There's
Oh
another
yeah.
Shaw. Oh yes. Let's see. You know what? I want to give Brago credit. He's a decent character for sure.
Yeah.
Not in this fucking movie. Not in this movie. He wasn't. He just showed up out of nowhere. Let the
Come
record be
on.
shown. Not this movie.
They tie things up.
Definitely. Okay, we're gonna skip a little. At the end is definitely Johnny Tran. Definitely him.
Aw.
This is where it gets. What the hell was the name of the guy from the last movie? I can't even remember.
Reyes.
You just said it. Reyes. Reyes.
The guy
is
they never mentioned his name.
above Tran because at least he's a villain.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right.
And then Carter Verone, we'll put him over here, in the fourth spot. He's sitting over here. He's sitting over there. I know I moved Carter. I'm sorry, Carter. You're just not sitting with me anymore in the top spot.
And yeah, it's just Carter. I like Carter a lot, but it's ridiculous, man. He's just ridiculous. He's so wacky, but I love him. Nothing bad against him. It's just I love that shit. Oh, come on. But I gotta say, from my final thoughts and ranking of the movies, man. Like I said, this movie, it was okay for the most part. I was kind of disappointed. I was not liking as I thought I did. Because again, I loved this movie before I watched it again. And watching it now, it was just some parts were boring. Some parts were like, I don't care. It's just wasn't working for me. It was until that tank sequence all the way to the end where the movie got a lot better for me. But I gotta say, I was gonna put it like a 6 because I was like, this movie's just okay. But that third act saved the whole movie for me, so I'm gonna put it like a 7 out of 10, just a solid 7. But for my rankings, I'm gonna put number 1, still Fast 5. Love that movie. The movie's still good. Tokyo Drift is number 2. Number 3, I think will be Fast. Shit, I was gonna put Fast 6, but now I'm thinking like, wait, what about the first movie? Maybe number 3, the first movie. Fourth movie is Fast 6. Number 5 is Fast and Furious, and number 6 is Too Fast and Furious. I'm sticking with that. I mean, Fast 6 is funner. It's just it's not a good movie compared to the first movie. So, boom, there I said it. What's up, Brazil? So come at me. What about you guys? Final thoughts and rankings of the movies.
This movie's decent. I mean, I didn't like it as much as Fast 5. I felt like the crew altogether just wasn't as good as in Fast 5. With that said, I think there's a lot of action that will distract you easily.
Yeah.
But like once you start to think about it, you're like, it's just not as well written though. Just not. And I'm saying that even though I still think the fifth movie is corny. Don't get me wrong. I just think that they sold it a little bit better in that movie compared to this one.
Oh, sure.
And also Han's death kind of was like, okay, all right.
But Statham's in it. Statham killed him. You don't like that?
I was ready to give you an 8, and then you bumped it down to a 7 for me. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I'm giving you my rating 7 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as where I stand on the franchise, it would be Fast 5 at number 1 for me. Tokyo Drift at number 2. Third spot's where it gets a little tricky here now, because we got Fast and Furious. We got this movie. We got the original. We got Too Fast. Too Fast, Too Furious. Because I still got an attachment to it.
Wow. Too Fast and Furious number 3? Whoa.
No. I got to think about that a little bit more.
Oh, shit. I was like, okay. I was not going to disagree with that. I was like, that's a cool list.
It's a personal list. Like,
you know what? No, I don't take that back. Too Fast, Too Furious, number 3.
Telling your truth.
All right.
The Fast and the Furious, number 4. We got to be specific. The Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Not Fast and Furious, not the fourth movie, the first movie, at number 4.
Okay.
This movie that we just watched, Furious 6, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then at the bottom, Fast and Furious. I will put it above that movie.
So this movie's just one level higher than Fast and Furious, huh? Interesting. Okay.
I still have more of attachment to the original because I could sit down and probably watch that. I've changed my mind a little bit on that.
Yeah.
I could probably sit down and watch that again.
This is a better film.
The more I think about it.
It's a better film than this one. It's way better. this one. I think this movie's a little bit more
know.
fast paced, but
Sure, yeah.
it's just a lot of bad shit. I can't let it go. What about you, Henry? What are your thoughts on this
Yeah, what about
movie?
Henry over here?
And what is your ranking? I mean, Andy's list just blew my mind. I couldn't believe it.
So in the beginning, I was talking about how I didn't own this movie, unlike I did the other 5, and this definitely reminded me why I didn't own it. Didn't like it as much, and it definitely helps my theory that I mentioned last time that the odd number movies are always better.
Yep, I thought about you when I saw this movie.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, the odd number movies are better. At least so far, I'm looking at my ranking. I'm like, yeah, the odd number movies are ranked over the even number movies. So I would. So first, I would probably rank this. I mean, I would rate this maybe like a 6.5. Only because it's just the action's pretty good, even though a lot of it's shot at night. And then some of the action at the end is a little coherent, and it's just so many characters and plot lines and stuff like that, where it's just like you don't spend as much time with some of our favorite characters. Like we don't get Han as much, we don't get Tej as much. So I would still put 5. Like it's not even close. 5 is the first one. Like that's the top one. Like the team dynamic works. The story's like complex enough where it's like, okay, this is fine. And so 5 is number 1. So Fast 5, and then I think I'm still gonna put the first movie as my number 2, only because I think it's still the nostalgia factor. It's like it being the first one I've seen, and it was just like the one that started it all for me. It's just I think that's what's like holding me to keep that as number 2, and I think it's a better movie than a lot of the other ones. And then I would put 3 as the third one, Tokyo Drift, because some of the action is really good, and what we deemed as the best villain. Sorry, my dog is yawning. And then this is where I start to struggle in terms of. So I still put 2 as my worst one because I think that's just the one I don't enjoy the most. And I'm kind of flip-flopping on 4 and 6 because I feel the same about them. Where it's just like there's some decent stuff in here, but it's just so mixed. I think I'll put 6. I'll say okay. So I'm gonna do 5, and then 1, and then 3, and then 6, and then 4, and 2. Only because if I was held hostage and you're like, you have to pick between 6 and 4, like which one do you have to watch? I'm picking 6 over 4 because the action I think is better than 6.
Oh yeah.
And like there's Ludacris at least in this, and there's Han in this, there's more Han in this, so it's like I would pick 6 over 4.
Okay. Look at this.
It's odd movies are better.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much I did not like this movie. I thought it was gonna be like, wow, this movie's awesome. It's gonna be hard to rank them, but oh man, this movie. Danny Doggett, you were right. This movie is not that good, but it's interesting.
He was wrong about 5 though.
Yeah, about 5. We gotta talk about that later. But
will he be wrong about 7?
Oh, 7. We'll see. And speaking of that, we'll get into that. But this movie disappointing. It's a little bit disappointing, but I don't know. Hopefully, the next one is good. So stay tuned for Furious 7. We'll talk about that next week. So I don't know. Thank you guys again for being here with me. And I'm gonna ask the audience, what did you think of Fast 6 or Fast and Furious 6 or Furious 6 or Fast and Furious 6? Michelle Rodriguez Wants Money. What you thought about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. Your rankings of the movies. What you like? What did you not like? Let me know. So please, thank you again, Henry. Do not follow Henry. He doesn't want to be there. No. He was Shaw's crew. He stole the computer chip. Don't find him. He's in London, just having a good time. Let it be. And what about you, Andy? Do you want people to follow you?
Oh, yes. Let me get serious for everybody. Hold on. If you want to find me, you can find me on Andrew Stedel on Facebook, Andrew Stedel on YouTube, the Andrew Stedel podcast, do movie reviews as well. Also, Steady Medley on Facebook. We have music coming soon on that.
Yes, please go subscribe to this channel, follow me on every one of those pages. So it's good. Again, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned next week. It's going to be a special episode for the circumstances around that movie, so it's going to be quite interesting to talk about that movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. I think we'll all be on our feels next week. We'll see how that goes. So,
I was about to start singing it, but I won't.
Hashtag fast for life. Hashtag fast family for life. So, and also don't forget hashtag justice for Leon, justice for Suki. Remember those?
Gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll just go ahead and. What? What did I do?
This is Furious.